chat. Gonna start it off with some light, some that you all have definitely come back to time in and time out. You know what I'm saying? You're feeling hot, hot, hot. Chat, we're back with another episode of Dragon Ball Hot Takes. I was eating my noodles before stream. Beef was over the chicken, by the way, because I just been mortally scarred from chicken noodles. That's a different story for a different day. You ever have like way too much of something and now it's just like the smell of it. Anyway, I like beef more anyway. But the point is, that's my hot take. This is your Dragon Ball hot take. If you guys like this series, you already know what to do. Follow up. One day we'll do a Discord version of it. But for now, let's read the tweets. Here we go. Friend of the show, Trey. Bardock needs to meet Goku for an arc, and Trunks and Goten need more screen time. Okay, so someone asked why. I understand why, but also in a way, why still? You know what I mean? Like okay. So like Goku, if you've read the fucking manga, beware, but I'm pretty sure most of you all in here have. If not, come back in like 5 minutes. But like, based on the fact of what we got in the manga, it doesn't really seem like Goku needs to really have that direct conversation because that's happened. If that never happened, I would, yeah, sure, I'm all on board with one day, you know, Vegeta wants to learn about his bloodline rules a bit more, but even though Vegeta's not necessarily the guy that would be the crux of that, it actually would be Goku. So let me take that back. Maybe Goku or Gohan or Broly want to learn about the bloodline rules. And one day they wish for him back, or they go to a different universe and they weren't dead, or some shit like that, right? Be wonky, get creative with it. But the point is, as wacky as that would be, I get the sentiment of, okay, we can finally get a Goku Bardock interaction. However, based on what we got, it just seems so unnecessary now. Like, you've already gotten that closure in a way. Especially when it comes to Goku's path to power. You've already gotten the message. So what does him directly talking to Bardock do for him? Unless you want to steer that in a different direction altogether. Now, as far as Trunks and Goten getting more screen time, I mean, sure, I don't have a problem with it. I just have a problem when people say, yeah, they need an entire saga. Yeah, they need to defeat the next Frieza, defeat the next Cell, like defeat the main attack. No, you don't. You don't throw a side character, let alone a comedic relief character at this fucking point in the show, to the not only to the forefront, but then have them be the star of the show so badly, because that can make or break the fucking arc. That can make or break the goddamn series, depending on what show you are. Dragon Ball would never die, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just bad practice to do that. You build these characters up. I don't mind Trunks and Goten getting more screen time. You just dedicated a whole micro saga to them. Hell, if you want to have them taking some shit on a severe side plot while niggas is training on Sadala or some shit, they're taking care of Earth and something's going on Earth and they had to get down, I'm fine with that, for sure. And then maybe the following arc after that, they've been training and then you push them forth. But I don't like this idea that Goten and Trunks fans have, mainly Trunks fans, I'm learning, that they just want the next arc, bam, they're taking out Black Frieza. It's like, oh, okay, all right, I guess it's just shit happening for the sake of shit happening. Yamcha is the dumbest character in the series, because why you cheat and fumble a perfect 10 like Bulma? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, fumbling Bulma is an insane thing to do. Fumbling Bulma is indeed an insane thing to do, but is he the dumbest character? What do we mean by dumb? Because I think there's two ways to view it. Dumb in terms of like, you're dumb because you're annoying. You're dumb because you say stupid things. The answer is Goku or sideline watching Krillin. And if you don't know, you don't know. Sideline watching Krillin may be the dumbest character I've ever seen in Dragon Ball history. If Krillin is watching your fight, holy shit, he just starts saying the most obvious dumb shit, bro. But if we're talking like book smarts, it's fucking Goku. If we're talking just life in general, I actually don't think it's Goku, because Goku gets a pretty good understanding of people. And he can have his own wishful thinking or naiveness to certain situations, but for the most part, he actually is a people person. It's definitely not Vegeta. It's not Gohan. Damn, it might be Yamcha in that regard, shit. Because Yamcha's also like kind of self-aware to a degree, but at the same time a little ignorant. Goten, I'm not counting a Todd. I think that's like like a waste of a pick. Oh, I'm gonna choose bra. Like the fucking baby. Yeah, Yamcha's up there then. If you just want to talk about the fact that he fumbled fucking Bulma, sure. Dragon Ball should be R-rated, not PG. I mean, there are darker versions of not only Dragon Ball, not only Dragon Ball Z, but there's even darker versions of Dragon Ball Z Kai. You just have to find the right media. But yeah, you know, if you're watching on Nicktoons, yeah, gang, the blood and gaping hole in the chest is gonna be a black hole instead. But I don't think we need like edgelord Dragon Ball. You know how I kind of always get that shit whenever I'm reading a fan manga or anything like that, and I'll be like, okay, now we're just going to the edgelord Dragon Ball fandom side of things, and people get mad every time and they go, Dragon Ball is edgy. Well, here you go. So this is me saying Dragon Ball does have that side to it. You just have to be consuming the actual interpretation that will showcase that to you. But if this is basically to say that that iteration is PG as well, and it needs to even take another level up, all right, I don't know. I don't think we need all of that shit. I really don't. Pork over chicken and beef, by the way. I feel like pork is like the look, put it this way. Waffles, pancakes. This is the French toast pick, and that's another hot take, man. You French toast niggas is phonies, bro. Y'all don't actually go out there and seek out French toast. You niggas just say French toast is hard. You niggas just say French toast is the best. But whenever we go to the fucking spots, whenever it's brunch time and niggas on a budget, niggas go to IHOP and Waffle House, and they never, ever, ever in their life try to order a fucking French toast, bro. I swear you niggas is frauds, bro. I swear you niggas is frauds, bro. Anyway, 20-second tournament is the best tournament in the series. It reaffirms the lessons Roshi taught Goku and Krillin, that there is always someone stronger, alongside the speech Roshi giving Tien after throwing their match to set up the rest of the series. So as a person that has gone through Dragon Ball very recently, pretty much done with it, took a break of the last couple of days, but I'm gonna get right back to it. I'll say this: the 21st Budokai, pros and cons of it. I think the 21st Budokai has the best message. The message that you're saying is reaffirmed, I think, is actually the best one of the three. That yeah, there's always someone stronger out there, and it's no malice, it's no ill will, but I don't want a world where my students are exposed to the real world for 5 seconds, they pub stomp everybody, and now they don't have that desire to work harder. Even though we learn later on in the series, Goku would always train, Goku would always work harder, but we could see maybe at some point he would have a naive arc, and Roshi is terrified of that to the point where he's willing to take down his own students. It's a beautiful story, beautiful arc, and Roshi versus Goku may even be the best fight. And not in that tournament's obvious, but in general. But of all the tournaments I'm in. But regardless of if you disagree with that last point or not, that's the point. That's why the 21st is really good. The 23rd is really good because straight up it just has the best fights. Like not only does it have the best fights, but it also has like, you know, of a nice payoff to the time skip. The 22nd, I've always thought, message-wise, it's in the middle, and fight-wise, it's in the middle. As a result, it's never been my argument for being the best when I could argue 23 or 21st to be the best, but 22nd is really good. I don't have any complaints for you. I think Goku versus Krillin is really, really, really good of a fight. I think from the 22nd and 23rd, Krillin has like really, really damn good fights. Even in the 21st, the Bacterian fight was probably the best comedic fight. But yeah, I would say overall, 22nd, for me personally, I'm going to have to disagree because I could argue either of the others, but it does have better fights than the 21st, and it probably does, if you want to argue a better thematic than the 23rd, you can. 23rd is really damn good, though, so I can see some people who would disagree with that. I don't know how hot of a take this is going to be, but the anime's transformation sequence for Super Saiyan God was honestly one of my favorite transformation sequences in Super, with the different effects, weather changing, the golden clouds, has him looking like he truly ascended to godhood. Yeah, Super Saiyan God transformation scene is really fucking cool. If we have to go for debuts, though, I don't know if it's my favorite or the best because, you know, you got Super Saiyan. Honestly, 1 through 3 just don't miss. That's not nostalgia. It's just straight up true. The debuts, I mean. So the debut of Super Saiyan, debut of Super Saiyan 2, debut of Super Saiyan 3, those are all visuals that are stuck in your head forever, and it's not nostalgic. They just genuinely look good. Got Blue's debut, pack it up. Ultra MUI, though, personally, shoots up that list tremendously, like honestly pushing Super Saiyan, because the way that scene was illustrated, I mean, you talk about looking like you ascended to godhood. How about all the gods standing up? How about you having a white cloak over you, speed blitzing everybody in sight? The music just stops, then changes. It's fucking cinematic. If I had to say one of my personal favorites, like how you're saying, because you're not saying it's the best, it's just one of your favorites. If I have to say one of my personal favorites, I challenge everybody to go, not Omen, because everybody says Omen's better. And I will say for the most part, I like the look of Omen better as well. But rewatch that MUI Awakening scene, man. The MUI Awakening scene is insanely good. Insanely good. The only characters who I truly believe that are wasted are Goten and Trunks due to how the Buu Saga built them and Gohan to be successors. We see why Gohan couldn't pick it up with his desire to be a scholar, but we don't really get a good reason for the boys. Well, the boys are just simply put not in the situation where they need to be. And then Goku gets a kick in the ass that, hey, he doesn't need to just stop fighting and let the Tots do it. And Vegeta just never would stop fighting anyway. And both of them have insanely high potential. So that's kind of why they're in this situation. However, it's being amended as they've grown up. They're getting that desire to want to throw punchies. But yeah, if this was prior to the last arc in the manga, I would probably even just straight up agree with you. I think at this moment, you know, the Tots are in school. Because prior to, the Tots are in school, but damn, the Tots probably wouldn't give a fuck about it. So I could maybe see what you're coming from. But now it's like, although there's no reason for Goten and Trunks to take things too seriously, they understand that, hey, Big Bro is like God level, and then there's my father. So yeah. Now I think it's demanding, the plot's demanding for them to even be a little jealous of the older generations and to want to fight and stuff like that. And I think that's a much stronger demand for wanting to be stronger than just, hey, these two kids that are literally more like even the fights that they have. Everybody remembers fighting Majin Buu, but these motherfuckers thought it was a good idea to put on a fucking cape and fight 18, dog. Like they're chill, like they're kids, man. So I'm not mad at the kids for being kids for so long, but at some point I did want them to grow up as the series kept moving on and to get to the point where it seems that they're now currently at. So I would have agreed with you in the past. Now I don't necessarily agree because I have faith that they're going to continue developing. If their development halts, we have an entirely different conversation. Oh, we got Deadly with the 10. The ones who say they love French toast never order it. They love that original first French toast they had, or picture this Gumu Gumu infinite fraud Suki. Oh my God. Okay. But yeah, no, I'm with you though. Like I did think like niggas like that swear French toast is their glorious king. I just don't see niggas order French toast like that. Like, I don't want to say French toast has no motion because you niggas are keyboard warriors, but like in this real life shit, nah. In this real life shit, niggas don't like, niggas order the chicken and waffles. Niggas order the, ooh, that pancake looks good. All that other shit. Now, I seen niggas order desserts more and shit like that. The fucking cinnamon rolls and shit. But niggas don't go to, oh, let me get French toast. They get bacon and eggs, my nigga. Like, if we really had to go there, we could go there, bro. I think these niggas frauds, bro. I think these niggas is pinkies up frauds, bro. We've gotten this take a lot lately. To be honest, Cooler and Janemba are the only movie characters who should be brought into canon like Broly. The others would be boring and it wouldn't make for the excitement that most fans think. Problem with this, you put Cooler in here. Get that sneak out of here, buddy. Get that sneak out of here. I don't know why you tried to do that, pal. I don't know why you tried to. Nah, we don't need Cooler. We really don't. Frieza's that strong. There's no reason for them to encounter the brother that might be as strong, might be weaker. Yeah, so the one, how strong you're gonna fucking make Cooler? You're gonna make him Namek level, you're gonna make him Golden Frieza level, you're gonna make him stronger than Golden Frieza but weaker than Black, just for like a trial and error thing. Like it's like dead ass. There's no reason to run into Cooler at this point. It just genuinely is. But Cooler cool, gang. That's the only wow. Look at me. I mean, say cheese. Literally my chat. Cooler kind of tough though. Cooler cool as fuck though. Like literally that is the only reason. On some nostalgia cool shit, that is the only reason. Cooler is cool. But narratively, there is like genuinely no reason for Cooler to be in the fucking plot. There's no, like he serves no other purpose than outside of just being a Yeah, so Freezer had a brother this whole time. Because now it's like, damn, okay, he died, resurrected, died, went back again. Oh, but say she had his brother. Okay, so he heard the Super Saiyan's real, though, so several times over at this point. Doesn't give a fuck. Or is he just, again, just this really, really strong guy out here that we're just going to run into? And he kind of looks like Frieza. Oh, wait, Frost exists. So you're going to do that the second, if not third time, if you want to count Mecha Frieza. You win, twin. Like, it's just so and I've talked about this with better reasons. Even they're just not coming to mind right now, but it's just completely unnecessary to bring Cooler into the franchise. Janemba, ironically, even though he's a more simple character, makes sense. The idea that Janemba is, because what is Janemba? Janemba is just a ton of negative energy in hell that got released all into one and overtook someone's body. Considering who the Z Fighters have packed the fuck up, considering who has likely been sent to hell, let alone the literal infinite amount of people going there. Yeah, I would say, yeah, Janemba happening kind of makes a lot more sense. I could see that happening if that's all it takes to get the plot going. But Cooler, literally, you're just like almost ore farming the series at that point. Like, it's just not, it's whatever. Make Cooler a Goten and Trunks villain. God. Yeah, now you want BoJack. It's just a lot. It's just a lot of this like hype beast ass shit. And don't get me wrong, Dragon Ball is like the hype beast ass anime. But when we're trying to even tell a story, what is the fucking reason for Cooler to pop? So let's even talk about it like this, chat, because I know when the chat disagrees, there's going to be a comment section that disagrees, even though former comment sections didn't disagree. But that's because they didn't see a chat that agreed. You niggas a sheep, low key. I ain't gonna lie. But let's just have this conversation. Okay, so we just recently got done with the last 3 arcs: the tournament power in the anime, the Goku Black arc in the anime, and prior to that, what was it, U6? And then in the manga, if you want to go further past that, because the manga is going to be enacted soon, you will then essentially have the tournament power, Moro, Granola, and Superhero. So this is where your story's going. Now, you tell me in what world, and for what reason would fucking Cooler appear? like what world and what reason would fucking Cooler appear in what? Fuck with Goku? Fuck with Vegeta? Fuck with Goten? And like why? Literally all this stuff would just be why? At that point, you know, you want a really strong guy like Frieza to interact with the Saiyans, have it be Frieza. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know what we're asking for. In terms of Janemba, like I said, you can get there creatively if you just want to spawn an arc in hell, have that situation happen and be like, yo, we got somebody to take care of this. Hell, even with the Janemba argument, you could make up a reason for Goten and Trunks to have to take care of that responsibility, because Goku and Vegeta are like, can anybody handle that right now? This sounds like some kid shit. The kids type shit. At worst, just bring back Frost again. Yeah, and Frost, nobody even fucking likes Frost. Saw someone say make him Frost's brother. Why? Just so U6 has a stronger Frieza race? Like, it's just so much shit that just does not need to. It's just so many reasons that it's like, okay, gang, we're just doing things just to do things. It's kind of like if you niggas played My GM in WWE and just threw all the niggas that had the most hype names out there. When fucking B-Fab is WWE champion, Ilya leaves your show. Oh. I had to fuck with him there. But yeah, no, this doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't make any sense to me. BoJack, I could even hear, but BoJack's fucking corny, and I also think, wow, so you're telling me now of all times King Kai is going to be like, there was a pirate in my planet. You see what I'm saying, bro? But do you see what I'm saying? Like, why now, my nigga? Why now is King Kai about to go, oh shit, Goku, when you destroyed Cell and Cell destroyed the planet, there was a pirate that got loose. Arrgh! Like, all right, bro. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what are we doing? We're just trolling. We're filling plot, nigga. Get to Sadala, get to Frieza, continue everyone's path to power. You have multiple things that you can do, but you do not need to bring back fucking movie characters for the sake of having a fucking movie character. Gohan was always going to end up cocky from the start, no matter if Goku threw that sense of being beforehand or not. Kid Gohan has shown it in instances, and I'm just tired of the Goku hate of him not knowing when Piccolo should have told him. I mean, to be fair, I think this is, I get where you're coming from. I am team Goku here, but Piccolo should have told him is also kind of nasty. Like, why would Piccolo even know that this is what Goku's plan is? Goku thought of this shit either right before going into the time chamber, if you want to headcanon that, but especially within being in the time chamber, within realizing he had a one-on-one isolated year-long training with Gohan. That's when he came up with the plan. So the idea that Piccolo should have told him, hey, this isn't going to work because, Gohan, it's like, okay. But furthermore, they've trained together. So Goku would pick up on things like Gohan potentially not having the ability to dodge. Shout out to Team 4-Star and shit like that. But yeah, I don't think Kid Gohan is necessarily too much of the cocky kind. I guess when Kid Gohan's in control, but then I would also delegate that to him being a kid. But I guess he's not too much of a grown up when he's at the forefront of the Cell Saga. So maybe I could get with you there. But to be honest, I think this is just an overcooked, slightly burnt grilled cheese. Still a grilled cheese, though, because, yeah, Gohan was going to be cocky just because it's relatively new. That's my interpretation, at least. Gohan has never been, by far and away, that guy. It's always been Daddy will show up soon. It's always been Mr. Piccolo will show up soon. It's always been fucking Vegeta's here. It's always been something like that in his life. He's never been far and away, hey, gang, you got the ball, give me 30. And then he actually shown he has the ability to drop 30. Therefore, now he's being cocky. So, yeah, I think that Goku Senzu Bean, I don't know if that's what people are arguing. I thought Goku Senzu Bean shit was more so bad dad discourse. But if people are arguing that Goku Senzu Bean triggered cocky Gohan, yeah, that's ridiculous. I don't know who you heard that from, but that's ridiculous. Gohan was always going to be cocky. I agree. Kid Gohan was only cocky when he was shy as fuck when he was introduced. His cockiness developed over time because he hung out with Piccolo, who is still kind of even. I don't think Kid Gohan was really a cocky character. I can see a kid being a kid, like, I'm better than you, and I guess that technically aligns with cockiness, but I wouldn't say that's a cocky child. I think there's levels to it when we're talking about a literal child being cocky and just a kid being a kid, if that makes sense. All of the hate for Kalen Caulifla should go to Cabba. He adds nothing. First of all, base Cabba would whoop your favorite character. But all base Cabba discourse aside, I see what you're going for. And I'm not mad that you're going for it. But jury's still out on all of them. So I'm not pissed. But I see what you're going for. The idea that you all hate Kalen Caulifla when they've given you some of the best fights in the show, some of the most memorable fights in the manga and or anime. And Cabba is like the guy y'all like because he had a conversation with Vegeta. But then he got fucked up by a fucking bowling ball girl and then even done dirtier by Frieza. Mind you, he beat bowling ball girl, but the transformation was like, it was okay. Let's not do that, man. We don't have to lie. Cabba Super Saiyan 2 scene wasn't exactly the coolest thing on the planet. It was okay. It was solid. It did the job. It was like, oh, great. I feel good for Cabba. What happens next? Frieza. So that's what that was to me. So I'll say I don't agree with you because I think Cabba deserves more time. But yeah, Kalen Caulifla hate at 2026 is pretty stupid. There was a point in the Granola arc that Yui surpassed UI. Goku got put down a few times before Vegeta, and he wasn't put down before transforming like Goku. I mean, duh, 100%. That's just exactly what the story showed you. I would rather have Super 17 as a villain over Gas, Cell Max, and Zamasu. I would rather have Cooler over them. I would rather have Cooler over Super 17. I would rather have, well, Baby's just a good character. I would rather have fucking Bojack over Super 17. Nigga, I would rather have someone draw you and put you in the goddamn manga over Super 17. What are we talking about? What are we talking? There is an argument. No, there's not. That's low-key your problem, internet. Internet, that's your problem. There's always an argument for something. No, this is ridiculous. This is stupid. There is not an argument for Super 17 and fucking Dragon Ball Super. So there's gonna be what, Universe 617? Like what are we gonna do? So there's gonna be a dividing path to hell. Like what are we gonna do? We're gonna have Dr. Earog. Or Orig. Dr. Orig is going to be in hell. He's going to make 17, and then kind of like how I did in GT, right? And then the other 17, he's going to just say, you know what? I am evil. Hey, Fuse. Ha! Like what? You already have Android 17 in Super. So off rip, this idea can't even possibly happen just for the fact that 17's character in Super is not the character that he was in GT. So off rip, it's just what the fuck. So what are you gonna do now? You're gonna take the Boo route. You're gonna have this evil 17 from hell from Dr. Orig absorb 17 from Dragon Ball Super and become that guy. Furthermore, dear Lord, why do you want to see that guy back? All this guy did was move his hair, stretch his arms, move his hair, stretch his arms, move his hair, stretch his arms. You niggas need to get off of Budokai Tenkaichi. You need to watch the actual fucking show. That shit was not cool. Furthermore, I don't need to see Piccolo, Goku, and Dende have that whack-ass discourse in hell again. And yes, that's a nitpick, but I don't need to see it. I don't need to see Goku go, all right, Mr. Piccolo, I'm going. Yeah, sure, man. Yeah, for sure. All right, Dente, you ready? Yeah, sure, man. But like, it's taking a lot of energy. Come on. All right. Oh, and Mr. Piccolo, if you see Vegeta, Goku get in the fucking, like, I don't need to see that. I don't need to see that. There's so much shit that has to happen for Super 17 logistically to make sense. And then if you weren't talking about the road there, because someone's gonna keyboard it up. Well, C just means the design. No, that's equally as stupid. So no, on all regards, whether you want to build the original plot line to make Super 17 happen and or just the fact that there is a Super 17 in existence, no, both are stupid. There is no argument for it. This is stupid. Dislike your take. Oh, speaking of Super 17, he's definitely not the worst Dragon Ball villain of all time, and it's not the worst saga. Super 17 is not underrated or peak either, but there are worse things than that. You didn't name a single one of those things. It's hard to believe you when you don't name a single one of those things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like off rip, just GT. I guess the Par brothers. Sure. Purple Vegeta. Sure. If you're not a fan of General Blue, like, what are we talking about? like, what are we talking about? If we're scaling worst Dragon Ball villain to main antagonist, you have Frieza. Fuck no. So you have, let's go all the way back. You have Pilaf. Pilaf's funnier. You have the Red Ribbon Army. They're better. You pick the biggest battle. The Red Ribbon Army is definitely better. You have Piccolo Jr. Both are better. Vegeta, and when we get to Z, it gets bad for you. But Vegeta slams, Frieza slams, Cell slams, Boo slams. Fast forward to Super. If Beerus counts because he's an antagonist but not a villain, go for it. But either way, it don't matter because Frieza slams. Beerus slams, but then it is Frieza who slams. Goku Black, L slams. Zamasu, even though sometimes he's corny to me, he's still a much better character than fucking Super 17. Jiren, again, if he counts, not really a villain, slams. Then what? Moro slams. The gas in his little brother bloodline, whatever the fuck, I forgot it on the spot, slams. Granola, if you count him, slams. So now we're talking about Daima and GT. Gang, if you got him over Goma, I disagree, but go for it. And then, I got Goma. Actually, fuck chat. Chat's stupid. I got Goma. And then you go to GT, that's the easiest shit of my life. The Shadow Dragon stomp, the fucking baby hilariously stomps. I guess certain mole dragons. Yeah, it's no conversation. You haven't provided who's a worse one. Chat is trying and chat is epically failing. And then when we're talking about the story, Jesus the fuck Christ. I was talking about the antagonist. I was talking about the antagonist this whole time, chat. If we're talking about the goddamn story, holy fuck. Wait, yeah, Goma, no. You niggas are naming a name just to try to get some shit off. No. You know, Super 17 is the worst. It's okay. It's okay. Krillin's death in OG Dragon Ball is better and more impactful than Goku's in Z. Weird comparison. We don't see Krillin alive until the end of the King Piccolo arc. Goku's death is immediately undercut by seeing him in the afterlife, and Krillin's death sets the tone for the series moving forward. I mean, sure, but weird comparison. Krillin's death has more sorrow in terms of narrative, but it doesn't have a bigger narrative impact than Goku's in a weird way. Or at least it's comparable. I could even see how Krillin's is still higher because it sets the tone for serious Dragon Ball for the rest of the series. But in terms of within the arc, Goku's death quite literally gets everyone else to start getting in the fucking lab, gets him the Kaioken, gets him the Spirit Bomb that are both going to be relevant for again as time goes on. Introduces King Kai, which introduces other gods. Yeah, so you see what I mean? Like, honestly, the more I break it down, you could argue Goku's is more impactful. But my thing is, this is a weird comparison to begin with. So go for it, gang. How did no one say Bio Broly? We're talking about movies at that point, chat. Damn, chat is trying hard for Super 17 today, and I'm not budging on it. Y'all can comment that the fuck up. And Super 17's terrible. And he definitely doesn't belong in Dragon Ball Super. GT fans can't expect how Daima is just a bit. Can't expect? No. Spicy beef over spicy chicken, but chicken over beef. Spicy nothing is in my goddamn noodle bowl. And OG Dragon Ball Z dub fans need to chill out on the Kai disrespect. It's not like it's better in every way. And I mean, oh, wait, okay, I read that wrong. OG DBZ fans need to chill out on the Kai disrespect like it's not better in every way. And I mean every single way it outclasses Z. I mean, I don't think every single way. I think there's something to be said about the music in Z that is good for you. I think there's something to be said about certain scenes in Z that go for it. But in terms of if I had to rewatch a Dragon Ball series, as a person that's known Dragon Ball, hence rewatching it, I'm definitely watching Kai. No cap. Definitely watching Kai. I think Kai's dub specifically is like light years more accurate because that's why it was made. It's more concise and it's just straight up more enjoyable. I think a lot of the Z fandom is, for Z, but if we were to sit here and do a marathon, we would really go through a lot of and a lot of people remember the certain music scores, the dun 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 dun. But like there's certain music choices in Z that kind of just exist. So yeah, for many reasons, pacing, grunting, music choices in a negative way at times. There's several ways that you could argue Kai is better. I don't think it's every single way in every single scene though. But yeah, I would say if I personally had to rewatch the show and I knew what already happened, Kai. If I didn't know what happened, I mean, I'm the person that didn't let chat tell me to wait for the remake of One Piece. I would watch Z. So whatever that means for you, go for it. Future Trunks' potential is higher than Vegeta and Goku's. Well, if it was, would he really need to be daddy phone homing to the goddamn past timeline? If his potential was truly higher than Goku and Vegeta's, why is he going to the past? Yeah, exactly. If his potential was like that, if he was a real demon, you know what's crazy about this too? It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny how like, I'm not going to argue this outwardly because it's pretty fucking stupid to say this wholeheartedly considering the scenario. But the way that they talk about the future timeline, they talk about it as if, hey, gang, all we needed was this nigga. And yes, that is Glorious King Glaze. But that's kind of what they're fucking talking. Like literally Bulma does it, Trunks does it, the fucking backstory involved done by the narrator. Like everyone talks about the future timeline like, yo, bro, if they just had Goku, dog, we good. And they're not wrong. They're not wrong. Stronger androids show up and we got the hell out of there. But it's just funny that in that same scenario, we're sitting here having future Trunks is higher potential than Goku and Vegeta. Now, the only argument to that is obviously the hybrids have higher potential thing going on, but shit. Not all hybrids are built the same. That's what I would say. Not all hybrids. Not all hybrids are Gohan, man. Not all hybrids are Gohan, dog. That's all I'ma say. I don't know, man. Rage rivals Blue Vegeta and Trunks. I mean, Blue Vegeta and Goku. Bait used to be believable. Bait used to be so believable. Bait used to be like disgustingly believable. Bullet and GT proves this. LOL. GT isn't as bad as people make it out to be. If you really think about it, Daima is just an upgraded version of it, except Vegeta does more in Daima. Wait, what? This is the second time someone's done this? Nope. Disqualified. OG Dragon Ball is better than Dragon Ball Z. I disagree, but I will never. So here's the thing. As a person that's rewatched Dragon Ball, I'm going to spoil something right now. When we get to Sage's, I'm ranking every Dragon Ball fight video ever. I have to admit it. I have to admit it. Original Dragon Ball got some duds in there, man. But that's from a pure fight perspective, because Dragon Ball as a fighting anime doesn't pick up until, I would say, really post Red Ribbon Army, or even the first half of Red Ribbon Army. It's not focused on the action. The choreography is cool, but it's really about the lessons, the narrative, the story, and most importantly, of course, the adventure. So from a fight perspective, Dragon Ball Z, I'm just going to be blunt, it's probably going to slam. I mean, I've seen the series. I don't know why I'm saying probably. It slams. But in terms of narrative and stuff, and choreography of the fights, when they are given that care of the art style, even because there is a difference. Oh, original Dragon Ball is fucking beautiful. So yeah, I'm not mad at the take, but I will say I'm Team Z, because I think Z's narrative doesn't fall behind at all. Let's see. Let's see. Dragon Ball hot takes again? Hell yeah, brother. I'm just highlighting this because why not? Why not have the hot takes, brother? Let's keep. You have hot takes in your bio. Never mind. These people ain't real sometimes, bro. People not real sometimes, man. Future Arc is massively underhated. Imagine Naruto the Future Arc. I'm assuming Trunks. Imagine Naruto Shippuden had an arc where they just straight up killed everyone from the Sand Village to a character. No Gar, to a character that went through no struggle after main themes of overcoming adversity, and our MCs act like they won times 10. You go on a paragraph tangent, but okay, so this is about Goku Black, and you don't like it because the premise, first of all, your analogy's terrible. Yeah, first of all, the future arc is a title, considering there's two. Second, this is a horrible comparison. Third, I don't even know where you're going for. Fourth, I don't believe you're taking yourself seriously with this meme, so I'm just going to move on. But yeah, no, the Goku Black arc is not underrated. You could argue it's overrated, ironically, considering the stuff that I hear all the time about Zamasu, the stuff I hear all the time about even my glorious overfarmer Goku Black. I hear a lot of crazy shit about that arc and that story, but nigga, Hey, there got to be a line, dude. I don't even know what you're talking about. Goku stalling Moro's death and asking him has he trained is not only stupid but peak character aggression. Goku should have learned now that you can't save everyone. Even both Roshi and Future Trunks told him that he needs to stop showing mercy and end the fight. What the hell made you think a 1,000-year-old space wizard who can turn planets of people is going to change just with just words? Also, you watch the same character kill you, your son, Piccolo, and Mirror, sacrifice his existence to give you one last chance to beat him. Not to mention both Beerus, Krillin, and Whis were urging you to end it. No matter what way you slice it, it was a shit moment and a decent arc, which is truly just the entirety of Dragon Ball Super in a nutshell. Yeah, I think I think yeah. Man, I guess no, you just have to keep reading. This is you just have to let's see if this guy cooked. All you had to do is keep reading. Reform of the villains. It's just the strongest guys out there tend to be villains. So yet, despite their wicked deeds, you prefer not to end their lives. Why is that? Reforming villains, because if they rise up to do bad stuff again, I just have to become stronger by them, right? I'll fight them as many times as it takes, and at some point, just maybe they'll decide to join the good side. Reforming villains, then the Galactic Patrol takes the same approach. Putting it that way gives me too much credit, man. I just think that it's more exciting, I guess. That's your question. Do people really have time for this? Come on, tell me. I want to help preserve the peace in the galaxy. Duh. Also, the uniform is just the awesomest. Right. Mirrors felt the same way. Yeah, Goku. Goku, quite literally, to be fair, Goku does that to every villain that might be redeemable. Yeah. So the reason why Goku spares Moro is a situation that you do see. Goku doesn't really do that shit if he knows either A, what you are, or B, you're just kind of like completely irrelevant to the plot. Like no cap. Like you just don't fucking matter. Or C, if he has the situation under control. Goku with saying, hey, strong guy. He's a strong guy. He had the situation under control, and this is his way to continuously challenge himself or whatever the case may be. And he's always said he's not a hero or anything like that. I mean, hell, one of his biggest crash outs prior to them is him exclaiming, hey, I'm not your fucking hero, man. But I don't think this necessarily makes Goku a villain by any sort, considering the amount of people that give him the nod of approval later on after explaining himself, considering the many people that have actually turned out to join his side, which I do think is a funny thing about Goku. And when we have this conversation, y'all love to say, why'd he spare bro? Why'd he spare bro? And then he ends up joining Goku too. So for many reasons, I don't view this as character regression at all. Yeah, I really don't view it as character regression at all. I could kind of see what you're going for. I could kind of see what you mean just from the pure aesthetic of, hey, didn't you tell Kid Buu, I hope you come back as someone good, but you actually pulled the trigger? Why not tell Moro, I hope you come back as someone good and then pull the trigger if you want to be that straight lined with it. But I think that's just a pretty disingenuous way to view Goku, the character of Goku, to view why he did that with Majin Buu, who was more chaotic and out of there. When you have Frieza out there, you have Piccolo out there, you have Vegeta out there, Cell was handled by his son. This is just something that tracks with Goku more than anything else. I wouldn't call that character regression. As in Goku's eyes, he has the situation under control. He was willing to see what he would do after being reduced to the point. He was also getting ready to kill more right after. So low-key, I don't see this. Yeah, same thing. For many reasons, I just don't see character regression. I probably didn't even put it in the right words, but yeah. We all collectively forgot about this. Who? What? Who the fuck forgot about this? It just hasn't dropped, but who? Nigga, everybody waiting on it. What the fuck are you talking about? Literally, the second this drops, I'm stopping everything I'm doing and going live. It might have to be on Patreon because hey, we leveling up, Chad. We can't keep doing everything in the Batman's way, okay? But I don't know what you're talking about. I think this was bait just to make the video. Congratulations, you did it. But what are you talking about? No, nobody in their mind forgot that. I would not mind a Beerus backstory. We know, God of Destructions. We know God of Destructions are chosen and aren't born into the role now, meaning there's a possibility Beerus wasn't born a god. I wonder what reasoning he had choosing to fulfill that role when he's clearly a slacker. I mean, sure, we can have a Beerus backstory. I don't necessarily find it the most necessary, but it wouldn't piss me off either. So I agree with you in a terminology that I wouldn't mind. When we're being real, if we're rating fights in Dragon Ball by just the hands, Piccolo versus 17 and Goten versus Trunks needs to be the top. Okay, Piccolo versus 17, that's the typical one that I disagree with, but fine, sure, I can accept that. That's a popular answer, so fine, but I disagree. Goten versus Trunks, no. Well, a big part about throwing hands, strictly throwing hands, isn't even just the art of it, it's also the weight behind the punches being thrown. An exhibition match between two best buddies I don't even know why you think it's the best choreography in the show, side note, but no, it's not near the best. Piccolo 17, I can understand why some of you have that interpretation. I've never loved the fight the way that y'all love the fight, but I also acknowledge it's a damn good one. But no, if we're talking about pure hands being thrown, I mean, there's a lot. Basic bitch picks would be Goku, Jiren, Goku and Goku Vegeta, which probably is just low-key the fucking answer until Great Ape time. Goku Cell, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know where we get Goten Trunks from. I get trying to be different, but come on. Wow, what's up? Okay, the cooler thing. Okay, so we'll end the video here because you all really want these movie characters to be put into the show, but then ask for Dragon Ball to develop its story. Yeah, not gonna lie, one of the only ways I can see them adding Cooler is being in like Universe 6 instead of 7. Okay, so Frost brother. So doesn't Frost canonically have like the Empire in Universe 6? So, Frost Universe 6. Doesn't Frost canonically have that Empire? But like under trickery? Is a member of the Frieza race and Emperor of Universe 6. He being that universe version of Frieza. In the anime, he becomes a wanted fugitive after revealing himself as a space pirate. Pirate. Yeah, personality. Frost portrays himself as a gentleman who respects his opponents while in combat. He seems to have the yeah, he runs a fucking empire in there. Let's see. Unlike in the manga, there's no iteration of being a space pirate or indication of him being evil. With Piccolo, even noting that he does not sense any sort of evil intent from him. With Frost also trying to act gently towards others. His willingness to use his stingers stems from him being threatened by an opponent. Yap. Okay, so in the manga, maybe. But after the Frost is being taken down, Piccolo believes that Frost may start to become more and more like Frieza as time passes by. Tournament power, Piccolo's assumption is correct. As discussed in Alliance, Frost states that he likes to rule with an iron fist just like Frieza does. Frost is later shown choking and beating the helpless Oregano, noting that he will have to shut up all the warriors who have smart mouths on them. Frost is rather obedient to Frieza. Yeah, okay. So Frost is a fucking emperor. That's what I thought. So Frost is the fucking emperor of his verse. Okay, so just really back. So Universe 6 Cooler is going to have Frost as an empire, but then guess what? Cooler's empire is out there somewhere. And then while Cooler's empire is out there somewhere, even though a fucking Hit's around, so Hit just would have never mentioned that. Yeah, oh God. Yeah, gang, y'all gotta let Cooler go, bro. I can't even do this shit, man. I gotta let it go. Y'all gotta let it go. I can't even go down this. It's too many reasons. It's just too many reasons. It doesn't make sense, bro. It just let it go. It's okay. We are the fan base that cries about Dragon Ball recycling its own thing. Some of you are mad that Dragon Ball Super Beerus is coming out. Some of you are mad that Dragon Ball Super Duper Res F Part 3 is coming out. All this other shit. Y'all get mad at when these things happen. You get mad when Broly comes back. But then simultaneously, now let's bring back Janemba. And then let's bring back Cooler. And one of them makes sense. The other one just doesn't. Then after that, let's bring back the Shadow Dragons. Like, yeah, like, do y'all want evolution in your goddamn series or no? Oh my God. I understand. I pun intended understand the cool factor from having a movie character, right? You know, Nega Goku Part 4, you know, having Tapion pull up because I played him in Sparking Zero, you know, having fucking Bojack sucks, having fucking Bojack, Baby, all these other things. But at bare minimum, chat, if we're going to do this hype beast ass shit, because we're the hype beast ass anime, at bare minimum, can it make some fucking sense? Baby would make sense in the current story of Dragon Ball Super. If you want to not go directly to Sadala, you want to not go directly to fucking Frieza, but you want a storyline in between. How about, hey, these Saiyans did do this, and obviously Granola was one, but he ain't the only one. There's a baby race out there somewhere, and you do something similar like that. Or if you want to do Janemba, even though I think Janemba's a bit more just for the fuck of it, makes sense. Because why? The origin story is, hey, gang, they're in fucking hell. But when you have King Kai's planet literally blow up, and then, oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, there's a whole ARG captain out there somewhere just finding the fucking One Piece and beating the shit. All right, man. When you have Frieza, Frost, King Cold, all these characters introduced, and then Frieza had a brother, or Frost had a brother. All right, man. What the hell? Why would they not mention that Frost had a brother who's even stronger than him? Okay. It's just so many fucking things that don't make a lick of sense. Yeah, but Lord Slug, dear God. Kami and Piccolo just this whole time. Yeah, there was another Namekian out there. All right, bro. So, yeah, I think you all are just I don't want to say nostalgia rotten, but you niggas are just... You niggas are sick. I don't even know. This just doesn't make any sense to fully read his take in case someone's gonna defend it because y'all chat niggas move like ants at times. It's being like in Universe 6 instead of 7 for it can be the Universe 6 arc with the Saiyans that everyone seems to want. So that's what you want Sadala to be. Around them fighting fucking cooler. Jesus Christ. Since side hot take, a Planet Sadala would be kind of ass and boring. All right, yeah, we're done here. If you guys think Planet Sadala would be boring and the main antagonist should be cooler to save it from being boring, please let me know your thoughts below. It's been your boy TSO saying, y'all take care, y'all stay blessed. Oh, I did see this art as well. Before you go, just an epilogue here. Hey man, I don't know what this is about, but you know what I'm saying? Okay, Big Taro. Okay, Big Taro. I like this out of you. And I'm gonna check it out next time. I'll talk to y'all next time. Sorry. Bye. Yeah, Mama Jita. Yeah, Mama Jita, ladies and gentlemen. Mama Jita. All right, chat. I told y'all we got a ton of shit to watch, so let's get to it, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. And for any editor watching this, I put this in VODs. I'm not picking up the phone, bro. All right, chat. I saw today when I booted up the goddamn stream, y'all were talking about a bunch of bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just gonna call it what it is. You want to talk about some bullshit like cricket, rugby, and shit? I'm telling you now, heart's broken. I'm not watching no fucking cricket or rugby. It's not happening. But I do need to decide what pro club, what team I'm going to be a fan of, man. And I need videos like this to help me out. Let's do it.
The World Cup just ended and roughly 100 million people decided they like football. Welcome, you're about to make the worst decision of your life, because now you have to pick a Premier League club and nobody warns you about the most important part. This is permanent. You can change your job.
Oh yeah, no. I don't need no warning about that. I'm a grown man. I don't do that. Look, shout out Braun fans, shout out Wemby fans, whatever. I don't do that pussy ass shit. All right, I don't follow the player. Whether the player goes, I go. You know, enjoy the sport how you want, but I think that's some bitch shit. Kobe retired. I didn't just say I'm a free agent. Kobe literally passed, RIP. I didn't just say I'm a free agent. I'm leaving the Lakers. No, nigga, I sat through Xavier Henry and Ryan Kelly, Jordan Hill minutes, okay, gang? It is what it is. It's not that big a fucking deal. Yeah, so whoever I choose, whether the ass, whether the peak, anything in between, that's my team, and I'm sticking with them. Let's go.
City, your entire personality. You cannot change your club. There is no exit. So the worst possible way to choose is by looking at who's winning right now. That club could be average in 10 years. You'll still be there, wearing 100%. The shirt. Supporting a club isn't a decision. It's a personality transplant. So 100%. Let's do this properly. I'll tell you what kind of person each club turns you into.
Okay.
First question. Do you want to win, and do you want to win immediately?
I don't require winning, but I do require immediate entertainment. If I'm going to be a fan of a sport, a new fan of a sport, I need someone on the court or someone on the field in this case that I am heavily rooting for, that I find entertaining in loss even. But I don't want to just join a club. Them niggas are 0-16, and I just join them because they're the losing crew. I think y'all throw the word LARP all the time out there. I think that's the definition of it, damn near. Hey, let me just pick the worst team out there, so if they ever get good, I called it. You know, like, fuck out of here.
Then there are two clubs for you, and the first one just changed its entire personality. Arsenal are the champions of England, and you need to understand how genuinely strange that sentence is.
Right.
Arsenal are the person who spent 20 years telling you they're about to turn their life around. Every single season began with somebody saying this is finally their year.
Oh, the
It
Cowboys.
was not, in fact, finally their year.
Cowboys.
This happened repeatedly. Somebody actually studied this. Arsenal fans came out as the most criticized supporters in England, 43% negative. The main complaint was celebrating like champions without being champions. And then they actually turned their life around.
They did
Nobody
it.
was prepared. There is no known cure for this. But the genuine case for Arsenal is strong, and it's about how they play. Every throw-in is planned. Every corner is a rehearsed routine. They treat set pieces the way engineers treat bridges. If you like football that feels like architecture, this is your club. One small side effect.
I want a team that that don't just do some Spurs shit. I don't want a team that's too like by the book. I need someone that, like, if I'm gonna be a fan of a sport, I need ignorance. I need to see someone fall on their face or make a play that makes me question why I love this player, and then they answer that question for me when they do some dumb shit that works. I can't do basic bitch football. No. I need someone to shoot the three. I need someone to hit the step back. I need someone to throw the arm punt, but someone somehow caught it on the tip pad. You know what I'm saying? I need the bullshit. Let's go.
You'll hear about this title until roughly the year 2040. The other option is Liverpool, one of the two most supported clubs on the entire planet.
Okay,
and the
so
European night
wide
at
fan base
Anfield
already.
is the best experience in club football. That's not fan talk. Opposition players describe it as physically unpleasant. That's the highest compliment in the sport.
Yeah,
there
good
is one
shit.
condition attached, and it is non-negotiable. You will hear about a night in Istanbul in 2005, within about
Okay.
4 minutes of meeting any Liverpool supporter. Every time you weren't there, you'll still know every detail of that night for the rest of your life. And
Jesus.
eventually, you'll be the one explaining it to somebody who wasn't born yet.
So it's like
but
a
maybe
quirk?
winning immediately isn't actually what you want. Maybe you want a story instead. 3 clubs just came up from the division below, and
Yeah,
one has
okay.
the best
So this
story
is
in English
so these are
football.
the Cody Rhodes of the crew. Okay, so first one is Coventry City.
Coventry City are back in the Premier League for the first time since 2001, 25 years away.
Coventry,
An entire
sorry, City.
generation grew up never seeing it happen. Less than 10 years ago, they were in the 4th tier of English football. Then they won the championship by 11 points, managed
What?
by Frank Lampard. If you
11
want,
point. Wait. Is that 11 points in terms of like totals, like wins equal 3, draws equal 1 type shit, or was it like an 11-0 game? What he means the former, right? That like wins are 3, draws are 1, losses are obviously nothing type shit. Because other than that, what the fuck do you mean? Okay, wins,
to
draws,
feel
losses. I'm about
something
to say,
rather than win
what?
something, it starts here. Ipswich Town came up too, and they know exactly what's about to happen to them. They've been up before. They've been chewed up before. They're going again anyway. Honestly, that's admirable. And Hull City got promoted with a goal in the 95th minute of a playoff final. If that's your introduction to a football club, your heart rate never fully recovers. All 3 of these clubs will probably struggle badly this season, which is completely fine, because that was never the point. But maybe struggling is exactly what you're looking for, because 2 clubs
I don't
have
mind
built an
struggle
entire
if we look cool doing it.
identity around it. Manchester United are one of the 2 biggest football clubs on the planet.
Okay,
More
talk to
league
me.
titles than anybody. The most recognized shirt in the sport. They are supported by an enormous
These niggas look like I am a Steelers fan. That shit sound like the Berg. We got all these fucking chips, but are we gonna do anything right now? No. Side note, this is the first year in God knows how long. Kira, appreciate the sub, just seeing the Twitch feed. Sorry. This is the first time in a long time where I don't have the internet telling me that the Steelers are underrated and are going to do great things. And I'm so happy for it. Round of applause for you niggas finally learning what Steelers fans have been saying for 10 years, man. Cause it's dead ass been 10 years. It like literally a decade. I've been doing YouTube for 5-6 years, and every time we'll sit here, the Steelers fans will be like, "Yo, bro, we're gonna go 9-8, 10-6, 7, whatever the fucking math is, 11-5, 12-4 on the best day ever." Going on first round. You niggas, nah, man, did y'all see who you drafted? Nah, man, did you see why you lost last game last year? This year's going to be, no, bro. Shut up, bro.
Number of people who have never been near Manchester.
Shit.
They're also, by measurement, the most disliked club in England alongside Chelsea. Supporting United isn't picking a club, it's picking a personality trait.
Okay.
You'll hear about 1999 from people who were born in 2004. Their own supporters describe the last decade as a rebuild. It has been a rebuild for over 10 years now.
Damn.
At some point, the scaffolding just becomes the building. Here's the thing though, when United finally click, nothing in football is louder. And historically, they always eventually click. That's the trap. The other option is Tottenham. And Tottenham are genuinely unique. They have the best stadium in Europe. That's close to consensus, not opinion. They play genuinely brilliant attacking football most weeks. And they will get your hopes extremely high every single season. Then, at the exact moment it matters most, something happens. Spurs are the club that reaches the final level and then remembers they left the oven on. That isn't a flaw in the club, that is the product. That's what you're actually buying when you pick them. Support Spurs if you believe hope is more interesting than certainty.
I can't do that.
And honestly, some of the most loyal supporters in England made exactly that choice. But maybe you don't want pain. Maybe you'd rather feel clever. And if your club hasn't come up yet, don't panic. Subscribe while you wait, because all 20 are in here. Some clubs can't outspend anybody, so they outthink everybody instead. Brighton are functionally a talent farm with a football club attached. The pattern never changes.
I can't pick them. Their club is a fucking Pelipper. I'm good.
And it works every time. They find a 19-year-old in the league.
I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I'm too grown to be picking a team for the first time. If I'm doing this, bro, your logo gotta be a little swaggy, bro. The bird, I can't do it.
You have genuinely
look like
never
we ship
heard
mail.
of. 18 months later, he looks like one of the best players in the country. Then they sell him for 60 million pounds and immediately start again. Their owner is a professional poker player, which explains an enormous amount. So you will fall in love with a midfielder and then he'll simply be gone. You'll be told it's good business. It is good business. You'll still be sad. Brentford do the same thing, except they're basically a spreadsheet that learned to play football. Their owner is also a professional gambler, this time with a maths degree. They turned set pieces into a weapon, while everybody else was ignoring them completely. Support Brentford if you enjoy being right before everyone else and mentioning it afterwards. And then Bournemouth, who are genuinely absurd when you stop and think about it.
Steelers stage, I'm sorry. Yeah, my introduction to football, a sport that I was watching as a child, was Troy Polamalu jumping over an offensive line.
Twice.
I think that's justified. Unless you want me to just go, okay, what team Messi on? I think that's way more justified, man.
Is a quiet seaside town of about 180,000 people. It has a beach, a pier, and a Premier League football club. One of those three things makes absolutely no sense. 10 years ago, they were in the 4th tier. Now they beat clubs worth £1 billion. Support Bournemouth as a permanent reminder that football is still ridiculous. But maybe you don't care about clever. Maybe you just want noise. Then these 5 clubs will ruin your
that
voice
might be me too. We're just a bunch of ignorant ass fans.
Newcastle fans describe their own club as regionally rooted and emotional. That's the highest regional identity score of any club in the league, and it is obvious immediately. In Newcastle, the club isn't part of the city. The club is the city. They also remove their shirts at temperatures where other humans wear coats. The football is almost secondary. The noise is the entire point. Sunderland are a city that treats their football club like weather. That's a fun game to go to
and you don't know what the fuck going on. You just want to get drunk and yelling that bitch back.
It's always there, you can't control it, and it affects absolutely everything. They got a Netflix documentary made about them, and it was mostly about heartbreak. They spent years in the lower divisions, and tens of thousands still turned up every week. That tells you more about a football club than any trophy cabinet ever could.
Dang.
Leeds are a very fast car with genuinely questionable brakes.
Wait, what?
One of the biggest and most emotionally exhausting fan bases in the country. Leeds do not do quiet seasons. They've tried, they physically cannot. Clubs with no connection to Leeds sing songs about Leeds. That's a strange kind of fame. You will be completely drained by October. Every year, forever. Crystal Palace are named after a Victorian glass building, which is the strangest origin story in the league. They produce the best atmosphere per pound spent in the entire country, more noise per person than clubs 10 times their size. And after decades of nothing, they've suddenly started winning actual trophies. Palace supporters are currently living through the best period in their history.
Okay, so these niggas up right now.
And
Ain't they
know it.
loud?
And then Everton, who are a beloved old family car
Okay,
that breaks down constantly.
Old ass
Every
logo, I
summer
see it.
you convince yourself that this time it'll run perfectly. Everton have won 9 league titles, all of them before colour television. But their own supporters rate the club as the richest in tradition in the
Well, yeah, you rich in tradition. You niggas are stuck in the 80s. Of course
entire
you rich in
league. Also the
tradition.
most welcoming and the most genuine. Those are measured numbers, not slogans. They've come close to disaster more times than anybody would like to
Yeah,
count.
'cause you're
and
stuck
the
in the
ground is still
80s.
full. Every single time. Nobody
not
scraps
picking them,
the car.
bruh.
If you
Can't
want
do
to
that
know
shit.
what football felt like before the money arrived,
Can't do
pick
that shit.
Everton. Speaking of money, because the next two clubs are where this gets complicated and where the comments explode. Chelsea's transfer strategy is somebody's first ever video game save. The plan is to buy every promising teenager on the entire planet, then give them
You know what? I say this. I'm not picking nobody, but I say this. I don't want no pussy ass GM. Nigga, fuck them on young. We spending that bitch. We building a roster.
contracts longer
respect
than
that.
most people's mortgages. You will have 47 midfielders. All of them are 19, all signed until 2033.
Spend
it
that
should not work.
motherfucker.
It makes no sense. It should collapse immediately. And then it spectacularly does work, and they win another trophy nobody expected. At this point, Chelsea have won almost every trophy that exists.
Damn.
They're basically waiting for somebody to invent a new one. Support Chelsea if you want a club that is physically incapable of being boring.
That's a
and
good
then
sell.
Manchester City, who spent a decade
I
as
heard about
football's final
Manchester.
boss. If you loved watching Haaland score every single week, this is your club. He scores roughly every 80 minutes he spends on a football pitch. That's not
Tough.
normal. And if you love the most beautifully organized football ever played in this country, also this club. But every single trophy arrives with an argument attached to it. You will win a lot, and you'll be told constantly that it doesn't really count. And now Guardiola has left, which changes everything. City supporters are about to find out whether that argument was ever fair, which honestly makes this the most interesting season they have ever had.
Okay.
But maybe you want none of this. No arguments, no chaos, no drama. Maybe you just want peace. Fulham are
What kind of pussy ass shit? Fuck no.
a nice Sunday afternoon.
I want
that
toxicity. If
accidentally
I'm gonna
joined
jump into
football
a sport and be a new fan, I want to be thrown right with the dogs. I want to be saying some shit. They get a motherfucker that's been watching this sport for 15 years tight. This nigga trying to explain to me what a left hand to right crossover is, and I don't know what that shit is, and I'm yelling, go! Yeah, I want to piss motherfuckers off. I don't want that weak ass shit. Get the fuck out of here.
League. They are statistically the least disliked
I want
supporters
rage
in the
bait
Premier League.
motherfuckers.
20% negative sentiment.
Hell no.
Everybody else is far higher. Nobody hates
Nobody
Fulham.
from this
That has
category. I'm
genuinely
good.
been measured. A beautiful old ground right on the river, and away days that mostly involve photographs of cheese. No trophies, no drama, no blood pressure problems.
Nope.
Aston Villa are the old friend who casually mentions they used to be famous. They won a European
Hell
Cup
no.
in 1982,
Peaked in high
and
school
they have been
ass.
finding ways to work it into conversation ever since. Honestly, that's completely fair. Most clubs would build a museum for that. European nights, real tradition, genuinely great support, and almost no toxicity.
No
And
toxicity.
finally, Nottingham
Ah!
Forest, who are football's cool uncle telling stories from the 70s. They won the European Cup
These niggas are literally. What?
twice in back-to-back
We
seasons. They
celebrating
have won more
you
European Cups than
light
league
my
titles. That's like having
We
more
celebrate
Grammys than
this.
songs. It should not be possible. They will tell you about this repeatedly. At considerable length, their fan base is also one of the most criticized in England, tied with Arsenal.
Yeah,
mainly
they
for
old as
being
shit.
extremely loud about a club that everyone underestimates. And honestly, 2 European Cups. They've earned that completely. So that's all 20. Now the part that actually matters. There is genuinely no wrong answer here, except one. Do not pick a club because they happen to be winning right now.
Right.
Trophies move around constantly. City just found that out. Arsenal waited 20 years for theirs. What doesn't move is how it feels to be one of them. So pick based on how you want to feel on a wet Tuesday night in February.
Okay,
When
I
it's
went to
freezing,
February.
the game is 0-0, and none of it makes any sense at all. Because that is what supporting a club actually is. Not the trophies, the Tuesdays. So tell me down below, which club did this video actually give you? And be
I'm not gonna lie. Based on your descriptions, brother, I think I'm a stick to my free agency. I'm gonna see some real games here. I'm gonna see some real games here, and I'm gonna lock in on somebody. But I already know 3 things about me. 1, I need a demon. Straight up, I need somebody who cold on the team. It ain't gotta be number 1, 2, 3, or even 4, 5. It ain't gotta be a top 5 player in the world. But that I need a dog. I need a dog. I need a dog on my team. And nigga, that's a bucket. Straight up. 2, Hey, I want to be a part of that fan base, nigga. Hey, I want to be like, oh God, fuck those fans, dude. Yup, sure is. 3, most importantly, I don't want to be the niggas that just won. Whoever just won, gotta go. No, I can't do it. Can't do it. I can't join those, man. That's nasty. That's nasty. I got too much pride for that. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know what team that you would pick if you're. Let me know what team you want me to pick if you're a fan. Let me know what team that you would pick based on this video if you're not a fan. Or let me know if you've just picked up after the. Ah, fuck. Outros suck. Let me know what team you picked up following the World Cup if you're like me and you just got into football, soccer. But that'll do it for this video. It's me, TSO Sage. Take care. Stay blessed. I'll get you next time. Bye. Whole world hates Arsenal? Interesting. Bye. Sorry, nah, I don't even know. All right, let's put this in there. Let's put this in there. Type shit. What time is it? 3. Cool. I like the way you come, yeah. And I like those stylish clothes you wear. It's just the little things you do to show how much you really care. Sage City welcomes you with open arms. I'm supporting Barcelona. Ain't that Messi old squad? Ooh, and I like it. Dun-dun-dun-dun. You sent shivers down my spine. All right, bet. Let's go. All right, chat. What's this? I don't know. Oh shit. Okay. We're back with the casual guy. This is the most generational crash outs in Animal Kingdom history. Didn't have history there, but I read the title wrong initially with the wrong cadence, so that's what I did. Hey! Damn.
It's like a backyard bully brawl.
Crash out. Here's the definition, and here's the definition, but in picture. Crash out. Here's the
Someone who's constantly on the verge of losing their shit and is ready to throw everything away at a moment's notice. Yo, did you hear Tom purposely crashed his car into some dude who cut him off on the highway? Yeah, he's a D1 crash out. Yeah, that's a pretty safe thing. Safe way. Obviously, you know, we it's called slang. It's called lingo. I hate when the internet tries to make precise definition of things, and it's just a matter of, you know, knowing how the lingo works. But regardless of the fact, yeah, pretty safe definition.
The definition, and here's the definition, but in picture.
Now, a conversation needs to be had, though. Does a crash out always have to result in you looking like an idiot? Because for the most part, you could argue that it does. But you can also argue that sometimes, hey, just being a crash out is just being a crash out. It doesn't mean it has to come at your own harm.
And if it's not clear now, it will be by the end of this video. Crash outs exist in all walks of life. You know what they say. Where there's a will, there's a way. For a Chris to get rocked by a Fresh Prince flick of the wrist. But today, we're going to talk about the biggest crash outs in nature. And there's a lot to choose from, so some had to get left off.
Yep,
I
let's
won't
do
be
it.
talking about hippos, honey badgers, or Cape buffalo. I've said my piece on this roid-raging homicidal hydro horse on steroids. We already know Africa's Black Death is a hunter's nightmare for humans and lions alike. And I have an entire video on this biracial Black Air Force hate-mongering Hufflepuff. But what I will talk about are rhinos. Because I've said that rhinos are legally blind, terminally traumatized anxiety tanks that'll buck up to.
You saw this. See, this is survival instincts for a lot of motherfuckers, man.
Because I've said that rhinos.
Once I see this, really once I see it from even like over here, like out of border, my foot's not on the brakes. No longer. My foot is so unbelievably ready, if not already, gone the fuck out of here, or to get the fuck out of here. I'm not sitting here because every car wants to sit there and be a good boy and watch this rhino pass. Nigga, I'm gone.
Those are legally blind.
I don't give a fuck about no ticket. This nigga's about to flip the car.
Traumatized anxiety tanks that'll buck up to anything from a butterfly to a buffalo. Except I was wrong. Recent studies show that the eyesight of rhinos might not even be that bad. It's just their attitude, which means that rhino fully punted a warthog purposely and unprovoked, while this one perceived an assault on 8 wheels and still went for a literal headshot. There's a reason why a group of rhinos is an honest-to-God crash.
Oh God,
they're
that
not
seems
even
like...
the biggest crash outs in Africa. That would be elephants.
Oh yeah.
Like literally, they're the biggest. Whoever made this up actively helped escort people off the census, which they don't need help doing since elephants flatlined over 600 people last year. But it isn't until elephants hit must that they really become crash out kings. Must is when a sudden burst of hormones turns elephants into 12,000-pound drunk lusting frat boys.
Jesus
the word
Christ.
must even comes from the word intoxicated, and a down bad bull's testosterone levels can spike 60 times higher than normal. And that's where the crash out comes in.
Why they brawling like
no
that?
animal is safe from an entitled elephant that can't handle rejection. Not even baby elephants. Eating a toddler because his mom won't relieve you? Crash out. But the real degeneracy didn't show itself until humans got involved. Yeah, it's that kind of story. Poaching is evil, we all know it, and it's often the older, more mature bulls that get hit the hardest, for obvious reasons. What wasn't expected was removing elephant OGs from the population meant that the younger, immature teenage bulls in must got even more out of pocket. And
I mean, nigga, right now, Sasuke discourse is all over the TL. It makes sense to me.
when you have unruly 6-ton pests with no father figure to keep them in line, hell if I know.
What the
There was
hell?
a period in the 90s where 3 young bulls that got rejected by their
What the fuck are these clips?
own kind, resorting to violating and killing not 1, not 2, not 10, but 63 rhinos. Fatherless behavior for an elephant apparently means turning a rhino from a tight end to a whiteout, and it wasn't until the season more mature bulls were brought back in that the rhino ravaging eventually stopped.
Oh my God, bro. Look how many of them are just around, and this nigga know it's up. This nigga's in the shower for the first time, bro. Oh my God.
And it's not just males that can choose violence. We can't forget that time an elephant traveled across India just to life-deprive a 70-year-old senior citizen while she was getting water. For context, that elephant escaped from the Dalma Wildlife Sanctuary and traveled over 100 miles to the Rapai village in Odisha. Being homicidal for over 100 miles straight is already menace behavior.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you ever get like in beef with that nigga on Call of Duty, Madden, 2K, whatever, gun and ball game? Right? You ever talking shit? And then you say, yeah, bro, if I find you, bro, and some of you niggas, all right, bet I send the location, whatever. I always be like, bro, you live out far shit, dog. You're not going to sit in this car and be mad the entire time. Now, some niggas, that's life. And if you're one of them niggas, I think you're a 1%. But, hey, gang, yeah, you better run from that motherfucker. Because if that nigga is willing to drive 100 miles, multiple hours, in this case, multiple days, and still pull up, I go by young boy. I'm saying, like, all right, man. God damn. Like, all right, bro, you won.
Pulling up to that woman's funeral later that day, paying everything but respect.
I don't even want to fight no more.
Grabbed her soul-evacuated 0 HP body and proceeded to put her in the negatives. Basically, she got put on a shirt, except the shirt was reversible. And after desecrating her corpse, Desert was destroying the woman's house along with several others. Now, many have said the woman Maya Murmu had it coming and was involved in poaching, and this was a case of an elephant not forgetting or forgiving.
Yeah,
it also could have been someone's grandmother getting murked twice and memed on Twitter all because of RNG. We'll never know the why, but what we do know is my favorite animal is capable of crash outs of catastrophic proportions.
Yes,
and now we got the smallest crash out in the world. When a colony of Calabopsis
I'm about to say, I talked over that one often for the commenters that get upset at reactions, which, by the way, go watch the original if you don't want any commentary. But yeah, I was aware of the second he said elephants, I knew the story. We've all heard that story before, but no, elephants are still fucking crazy. Now, what the fuck is that?
Attacked, some of the soldiers will rupture 2 huge poison-filled glands and literally blow themselves up. They don't just seppuku themselves, they also rain a toxic corrosive glue that either traps the op ants in place or just burns them alive.
I might skip
it's
this, bro.
self-sacrificing
It's
altruistic
nasty,
behavior
dog.
meant to defend the colony, but that is one hell of an escalation. One species of termite also has a concept of kamikaze themselves, and they have toxic glands that actually grow as they get older. That means the same old worker termites with dull mandibles that can't fight or forage as well as their juniors also carry the most potent explosive backpacks in the colony. So their last act of service involves eviscerating themselves in a rain of internal organs, intestines, and toxins, which proves that the most dangerous crash out is the one with nothing left to lose. For reference, that's like breaking into a house and the last thing you see is a senile 90-year-old rushing you with a bomb strapped to their chest.
Oh yeah,
but the wildest crash out might be what PFIDs do once a predator
that nigga's
breaks
gonna
into
die
their
tomorrow
home.
anyway, so he don't
Because
give a
not
fuck.
only will soldiers come together and turn themselves into fleshy fireworks, they'll use their own bodily fluids to plug up the opening. Even if it means they get left outside in past tense, even if it means they suffocate on their own insides, and even if the process senses subtracts them instantly. It's one thing to self-destruct to backpedal a predator or even after already being eaten, which aphids actually do. Using Flex Seal made out of your own guts for home repair is exactly the type of behavior this video is about. But if elephants violating the natural order didn't already tell you, the worst crash outs are the ones humans created. And this black Air Force B is the result of one of the biggest oopsies in human history. Back in the 50s, African bees were
I ain't
brought.
gonna lie. As a nigga that was fighting bees and wasps all summer long, bro, them niggas pussy, man. They just keep coming back. They just want me to keep boxing with them, but now them niggas pussy, bro. Ain't nobody worried about them little niggas out there, man. Them niggas pussy, bro. I did them niggas dirty for a whole 365, bro. Them niggas pussy.
To Brazil and crossbred with their more domesticated European cousins. The idea was if they could combine the two,
hornet
they
would
could
drop
create a bee
you.
that
You probably 5 years old. I'm being so serious. If a hornet would drop anybody in this chat, let the hornet literally land on your arm and sting you. If that nigga is dropping you, bro, you just gotta look in the mirror and you gotta ask yourself, how'd you get so unhealthy, bro? There is no way. And that's the shit I be talking about with some of y'all, bro. I guess some of y'all are genuine pussy. Like I'm not saying I'm Mr. Get Right. I'm not saying I'm young boy, all that extra shit. But if a hornet sting, quite literally, if you're like deathly allergic, ASA gang. But if like a hornet sting really drops your dumb ass, bro, you just pussy as fuck. I can't. I'm not saying go out there and smack a wasp nest. I won't act like I haven't done that ignorant ass shit. But what I'm saying is I'm not saying go out there with a broom and smack a wasp nest or go out there with some gloves and yank the junk like how I was or whatever the case may be. But nigga, don't a sting GG's, all right, bro.
was more efficient than the European.
Now some of these niggas, obviously them Australian ass niggas, they don't even count. They're not real. Certain species in Africa probably fucking wild too. That's different. We talking about that. We talking about the ones that are normal as all shit.
In tropical climates, while also being less defensive than
Them
the
Australian niggas don't
counterparts.
count.
But in one of
I
the
don't even
most
know what they
consequential ups possible, a local beekeeper accidentally released 26 swarms of Africanized bees, including queens. But experts said not to worry, that the bees would either die out in the foreign climate or get bred out of existence by the already present European bees.
Yes, but actually no.
By the 60s, they made it across the country. By the 80s, they hit Mexico. By the 90s, they were popping up in the US. And today, the Africanized assault has spread throughout America like a rageaholic rash. And here's the thing with playing God with bees. You better be prepared for hell. These Africanized bees were way meaner than anything this side of the Atlantic had ever seen. They were way more aggressive, much less forgiving, and the same honey merchants that were enough to legitimately punk elephants, that's not a joke by the way, were doing numbers on unsuspecting people. You see, where European bees might send 10 to 20 guard bees after you, the Africanized flying mob will pull up in the hundreds. And where European bees might chase you for a couple feet, the African variety will chase trespassers for a quarter of a mile, assuming you even get that far. The irony is, African bees have smaller hives. That means these gangflies weaponize a higher percentage of their hive just to go after you. Add the fact that the very smell of bee venom is like a Batman signal to the rest of the hive, and you realize just how badly that one beekeeper screwed us over. Speaking of venom, you probably know that honeybees die after stinging, since the stingers are barbed and attached to their abdomen, causing attacking bees to literally disembowel themselves. What you might not know is that stinger will continue pumping venom into you long after the bee has become a was. Now that's just doing the most. That's how you get stories of people being chased by vindictive swarms. Oh, and by the way, it's proven if you try to duck the fate by jumping in the water, they will wait.
Yeah, them niggas got it, man. Just imagine that nigga. It weren't that funny. Just imagine that nigga like could talk, bro. You jump in the water. Hey, that's all right, bro. We right here. We know you can't breathe, bro. Like they shouldn't even know that we can't breathe underwater. So to imagine them niggas, it's all right, bro. We right here. We not going nowhere. Yeah, come up and breathe. Come up and breathe. Come up and breathe. It's crazy, bro.
Times with fatal consequences. In 2013, a Texas
Them
man
niggas
died
is
after being stung
crazy,
over
bruh.
1,000 times, and the
Nah,
bees
they
still
got
had enough
that.
malice
They
left
got
over
that.
to
Them
leave his
bees,
wife
they
and
got that,
daughter
bro.
with 100 apiece. It says a lot that the dietary habits of the Crash Out mascot might have helped create one of the most infamous crash crowds in the air.
Yeah, they got
Not
that
all
shit.
crash outs are fueled by hate. Some are powered by love. Courting bald eagles will interlock talons and plummet down towards the earth, only to separate at the last possible second.
What?
As apparently feathery foreplay means death
What
spiraling in
the
a
hidden
questionable
loudest?
game of chicken. Apparently, it's to test each other's fitness as a possible partner, you know, separate the strong from the strongest. Except it does the opposite when the entangled avians crash land into trees, water, or sometimes straight pavement and take each other out the dating pool. And bald eagles mate for life, so where do you even go after your vow renewal turns into a wake that only one of you is conscious for? A study showed that eagles will also death spiral with rivals, so it's really a case of either f me or fight me or just don't waste my time. But that makes even less sense, because at least with a mate, the logic is you're trying to find the strongest, most eligible single to spend the rest of your life with. Handing death a 2-for-1 BOGO deal because you had
Yeah, the
literally
rival one is literally the embodiment of "I hate you, nigga, let's die."
couldn't let it go is the definition of crashing out. At least when it happens with deer like moose, you know it's really bad luck. But voluntarily interlocking toes just to die with someone you claim to hate, like what's really going on?
That's what I'm saying.
That relationship's nowhere near as toxic as the house sparrows. It's like Tweety listening
heard
to
about
NBA
these little
Youngboy.
niggas.
It's a honey badger with wings and an op to every other bird, but especially their own kind. Okay, so the crashing out is caused by the fact that house sparrows are monogamous and mate for life. They're also serial cheating air strumpets, and 15% of sparrow children born aren't even related to the male raising them. Cheating isn't
wow.
a foreign concept to birds. Thoughts and prayers out to the penguin that got dogged out, got his cloaca kicked by his wife's boyfriend, begged for her back, got beat again, only to get rejected and bust his the third time. Yeah, no way he goes out that sad.
Why does that somewhat ring a bell though?
Male sparrows that suspect their partner of cheating get their revenge by purposely feeding their children less, bordering on starvation. The thing is, he has no way of knowing which chick's actually his. He only goes by how much time the mother spends away from the nest. Basically, imagine your dad starves you within an inch of your life, all because your mom spent the equivalent of 10 extra minutes at the grocery store. But female sparrows ain't sweet either. The difference is she cheats with better genetic quality, or you could say high value males, while the male cheats to spread his seed as far as physically possible.
Okay.
Except that the female catches on to the cheating, she responds by slaughtering his entire family, children and all.
What?
And it's scientifically proven that butchering the babies offers no advantage to the offending female. It's just pure love of the game. Cheating's never right, but
Why?
when your get back gets children buried, you have lost the plot, especially since the females most likely to commit baby cancellation are second wives. As in, they got with a cheater, got with him due to cheating, only to wipe out the entire first family. Also, I just thought about it. She also has no way of knowing which chicks are his. That means she really just life retires any baby sparrows.
That's
she
what
comes
I'm
across.
saying.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
yeah,
a crash
she
out of the
just
highest
fucking
order.
him out of
And
here.
right up there with him has to be this frog. It's a culinary crash dummy off
All right, bro. What the dumbass frog gonna do? The deadliest frog I seen was in Baldur's Gate. What this nigga about to do, bro?
the fact that the Argentine
What this nigga Kermit about it? Ew.
horned frog would rather choke to death trying to swallow something physically bigger than they are than just give it up. Scientists have found expired frogs with their stomachs torn open out of pure stubbornness.
Oh my God.
It's a gluttonous breathing pot of Greek card come to life. Not only that, they're terrible swimmers, embarrassingly bad jumpers, and yo, they don't even rib it.
No, what is that,
Fooled
bro?
them sold every aspect of being a frog just to moonlight as Jabba the Gut.
What
They can
is
even
that,
develop
bruh?
amphibian corn
That
yolk
ain't
at
no
the dosage where
frog,
they
bruh.
hold on to so much fat.
That ain't no frog, bro. That nigga just fat. That
They
ain't no
literally
frog,
accumulate
bro.
fat deposits on their eyes that blind them. To be fair, it's usually from overfeeding in captivity, but my brother in Christ, even Nakado Avocado put the fork down at some point. Especially since frogs can't vomit, the best this kitchen crash out can do is fully eject their stomachs. But luckily, they're not a threat to you. Next is a crash out that the majority of the American audience has to sidestep on a daily basis. Which is funny, because the Canada goose nearly got put in an eternal milk carton due to overhunting and habitat loss. In fact, we fully thought they were out of stock in the 50s, until a small flock was found in Rochester, Minnesota. And with the help of the
So
migratory
yeah, I guess that nigga crash out. He's just like fucking greed, but like not even greed that's in the Bible. That nigga greed from Full Metal. Not to keep making anime references. That nigga just don't stop eating, bruh.
Bird Treaty Act in the US and a Migratory Birds Convention Act in Canada, along with conservation efforts, the Canada goose was able to make a comeback. And humanity and peace lived happily ever. Absolutely not. Yet a cobra chicken came back with a vengeance. I call the sparrow an airborne honey badger. Nah. It's just barcoded assault with wings. Easily the most undeserved arrogance I've ever seen on an animal. And that's really what it is. This damn Velociraptor has some wildly irrational confidence. They're like Family Guy. They nearly got canceled, came back, and by God do they not miss a chance to punish us for it. Even Sully's heroic landing in the Hudson wouldn't have even been needed if a goose didn't try to run a fade with a plane. Just proof that you can get a lot of mileage at a false, unearned valor. Because it's a bluff. Geese nest on the ground, so they only really can respond to a threat to minor safety by implementing the honey badger method, by raising hell until you meet someone that takes you there.
Gluttony,
Add the
yeah,
fact that they
I
managed
say
to lose their
agree,
fear of humans, and you have a honk-happy threat to national security. I've even read reports of them apparently luring chasing dogs into deep water just to attack and harass them until they eventually drown in exhaustion. To be fair, you could just leash your dog. Oh, also, goose tongue. But yeah, that attitude's a bluff, and they read body language, so act like you've been around a goose before and you'll probably be fine. So why are geese so mean? They'd probably be dead if they weren't, but at least they're not capable of really damaging anything but your pride. Complete opposite
they're
of
just fucking
chimpanzees, my word. Probably a top 3 crash out in nature, cause you really never know what could set this chainsaw with thumbs off. Change your hairstyle for the first time in 10 years, yeah, you just lost your face privileges. Push one of your troopmates a little too far, call it Kaizen the way you
I'm about to say, these niggas are self-explanatory.
Can barrel roll? Absolutely not. Not in these parts. Chimps and really primates in general have a sense of fairness. Do something they view as unfair? Oh, buddy. You finna find out why they're the prime ministers of unproportional reactions. This man decided to surprise his former pet chimp with a chocolate cake for his birthday. The real surprise was 2 male chimps getting out and mutilating the man for not serving them a slice first. I'm not gonna list the full extent of his injuries, I have a full video doing that. Just know, the first 2 hospitals denied him entry because they literally thought he was a lost cause. Hormones turns elephants into 12,000.
What the what?
That, just know, the first
What did they do to you?
First 2 hospitals denied him entry because they literally thought he was a lost cause. Monkey
What? I don't even want to imagine that. I don't even want to imagine that.
monkeys in captivity have also been known to mob a member of their own for receiving more food than the others. And when I was 8, a chimp temper tantrum nearly had me halfway to Helen Keller. Almost had me rocking the Nick Fury fit. And we cannot forget that time monkeys in India went on a campaign of dropping dogs from roofs after one allegedly attacked a baby.
Wait, what kind of
primates
shit
are some
is
Hall of Fame
that?
trash outs.
This nigga said, hey, you want to see something cool? Bark, bark. Like what? Why are we dropping dogs from, like, what's the point?
What could possibly be more destructive? Well, tigers are easily one of the most vengeful creatures alive, and the moment this striped population control wants you dead, you might as well lease a casket. There's plenty of stories of tigers going from 0 to 1,000. In 2007, 3 teenagers that may or may not have been under the influence taunted 243-pound Tatiana the tiger, reportedly even pelting her with pine cones from a slingshot.
Okay, this isn't, don't get me wrong. I value human life. It's never fun to see someone harmed. It's never fun to see someone died. But this right here, that right there, is the definition of natural selection.
Tati cleared a 12-foot moat, severely mauled 2 of the teens, and killed the 3rd in 2016.
RIP. I want to be very clear. Not making a joke, so I'm not laughing. But that right there is just natural selection.
A tiger ripped apart an infamous poacher named Baby only 4 days after his group reportedly shot his mate. In '97, a hunter named Vladimir Markov not only shot a tiger, but had the audacity to steal his kill. As a result, the Whisker John Wick stalked his cabin, tore anything that smelled like him to shreds, including his mattress and bedding, and apparently even demolished an outhouse Markov had used. As you can guess, the story ended around the same time Vladdy did, once the Siberian assassin was there to greet him at his house. And then there's this. The backstory is that a mother tiger and her cubs had ventured beyond the boundaries of a park and had injured cattle in the process, so rangers went out to capture and relocate the trio. They successfully tranked and removed the cubs, but the mother was nowhere to be found. That was until about right here. The enraged mother cleared a full...
Y'all gotta stop not finishing the story. Like, if y'all gonna fuck with these tigers, why are we leaving them like it's a fucking... Again, third anime reference. I need to stop, but why are we leaving them like you know, like they're not gonna be anything, and then turns out, nigga, you're not the main character. They are. Like, what are we doing? Why are we letting these niggas get their backstory out and then they get their time skip and they fuck y'all up. And like, it's not a surprise that they would fuck y'all up. They have fucked you up pre-time skip.
Grown elephant and managed to mutilate the mahout riding it, taking
Nigga, this motherfucker. Hell no.
the mahout riding it, taking several fingers with her, and the Fury on 4 legs was never seen again. But the most infamous big cat crash out came in the early 1900s.
Nigga look
when a
like he
tiger
really
duck, the man-eater jungle bud, killed
roots for Joe Burr. All right, let me stop.
436 people, giving her the highest human body count of any single animal.
I mean, they were looking for her. They were looking for bro. At that point, again, why shoot the tots when mama not there and mama the one that you looking out for? Why not? Hear me out. Just say, hey, mama not here. Let's but the tots are. Let's just keep an eye on the tots. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a professional. What the fuck do I know? But I like living. And if for some reason my job was to hunt a tiger, and I saw a tiger with their kids, a gang, I'm not gonna try to sneak on Papa Tiger or Mama Tiger when I could just wait for Mama Tiger or Papa Tiger to pop up. Like I don't know, bro. I understand what y'all are trying to do because they getting fucked up and y'all care about human. I care about human life too, but nigga, there's just a lot of stupidity in my personal opinion. There's a lot of natural selection going on right now.
It was discovered that the cause was a cripplingly debilitating tooth injury that forced her to go after easier prey.
Niggas is letting tiger backstories live. Niggas is throwing rocks at tigers. Nigga, you could take a rock. Like what are we doing? Genuinely, what are we doing?
But really, all the tiger was ever guilty of doing was what came naturally. And that really goes for every animal on this list. Tatiana wouldn't have had to die and take someone's son with her if they hadn't gone and tested her killer. Travis was an overweight, socially stunted, Xanax-consuming time bomb.
I'm about to say, I'm glad he's going to see. So you disagree with me, disagree with him too. I'm glad he's going this route. A lot of the shit that happened in here, again, if you died, you got fucked up, gang. I'm a good-natured person in my personal opinion. I'm wishing you the best or your family the best if you passed. But my brother, stop fucking with these animals, man.
Even the whole elephant started with poachers destroying and fragmenting their families and probably giving the pachyderms PTSD.
Fucking with these
I'll joke
animals,
around and stuff
man.
for comedic effect, but I'm not actually out here judging animals by human standards. Because he said something real before he got Chris rocked and left with Fresh Prince.
Talk about the tiger went crazy. That tiger ain't go crazy. That tiger went tiger.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Make sure you drink water, hug your mother. There's no church in the wild and no judge in the jungle, so don't expect animals to follow either. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.
I agree with the latter half of this. Oh. Okay, see this. See, there's some points where I just wouldn't be in this environment. I don't even want to know it. GG's. Oh no. Just don't move, bro. It's over. That nigga said, all right, man. That nigga said, all right, man, it's over. Just gonna do it. Just get it over with. Just trample. Just do it. That nigga funny, bro. That nigga funny. That nigga funny as hell. He said, it's over. I am indeed cooked. I am indeed cooked. If you guys want to hear about more animal crash outs and more animal fun facts or whatever the fuck you already know what to do, like, subscribe. We're on the road to getting 100K on this channel, 300K on the other one. For now, take care, stay blessed. See you next time. What? You know what I'm saying? Type shit in things of those natures. Type shit in things of those natures. Yes. Heard Sage knee pop when he went down. You made that up in your own brain, boy. You made that up in your own your lack of frontal, nigga. All right, what's this? What is this? What did I miss? Hold on, because I already did hot takes or whatever the fuck. What's this? Oh Lord, y'all, here y'all go. See, here y'all go, man. Y'all in these goddamn theories. This one is SpongeBob, the evolution theory. Y'all love these theories, man.
Are the Bikini Bottom citizens the result of nuclear radiation?
Probably.
Who is Pearl's mother? What is the Krabby Patty's secret formula? These are by far the three
I
big...
don't give a fuck about that Krabby Patty. That nigga, that's just a burger. I'm not buying none of that shit, nigga. That's a burger.
biggest questions in the show SpongeBob SquarePants. And today I'm going to be answering all three of them and more with just one
that shit a
theory.
burger.
Get ready for the darkest
Crab cake at
SpongeBob
best.
conspiracy you'll
This
ever
one.
see. This is the evolution theory. We're back with another SpongeBob conspiracy. Guess I'm the
Type shit.
SpongeBob
Y'all love
guy
these
now.
fucking
That's,
theories,
that's
man.
all I make.
Me
You guys-
personally, I already know I'm not the Mr. Theory man himself, but hey, man, you like it, I love it. Type shit, things of those natures. Here we go.
sure love these SpongeBob theories.
Alex Bale out with another video. The makers of SpongeBob interfere to put in their own message to brainwash you people. Squilliam sends the doctor in. He's not really a doctor. He's just trying to infiltrate that little round thing on his head there. Oh my God. Thank God for Alex Bale. Look at that. He's helping me prove my point. You know what? That is awesome.
Maybe some of you love them a little too much. You know, I got other videos, right? I make films and stuff too.
Right,
Anyone
right.
want to watch those? Anyways, by far the most popular SpongeBob theory out there is the Bikini Atoll nuclear radiation theory. It's pretty simple. It's been confirmed that Bikini Bottom is actually beneath a real-life place called Bikini Atoll. From 1946 to 1958, the United States did nuclear tests there, devastating the area and leaving it radioactive even to this day. The theory states that the reason why the citizens of Bikini Bottom can talk and have formed advanced societies is because of mutations caused by these nuclear tests.
I don't agree with
that's
it.
about the whole theory. Even though there's tons and tons of videos about it, none of them actually go in depth with it or really look through the show
I'm
for
about to say,
evidence.
it's just, I want these animals to talk because nukes. How the fuck is a sponge talking then, idiots? All right, anyway.
But y'all know that if Alex Bale is making a theory on it, then it's not going to be some baby surface level analysis. I will watch every single episode of SpongeBob. I will read every page
Did
of
you
the
just oral farm yourself? Like a fucking One Piece character? Can you do that, chat? Can I sit there and be like, you know, if TSO Sage was watching it, it's a good video. Can I do shit like that? If I make my own video of Kyron appreciate the 9 months. I mean 4 months. If I can you do, is that legal? You're like, you know, if TSO Sage is on the game, he's gonna cook. Like I could do that. I could call myself like a warlord type shit. Like I could. Wow. Okay.
goddamn Wikipedia. If I'm making a theory on it, then you guys know it's gonna be good. And once I really started looking into this theory, I realized that there is so much more here than anyone thinks. Get ready, because today we're going to be solving the biggest mystery.
I have like, how much ore do I have? So there's like Kage level auras. There's like deities. I think I'm like farmer potential. I'm an aura farmer in training. I think I'm an aura farmer in training. I think I have the potential to be an aura farmer. I just need one, obviously more eyeballs. And then two, just like more aura farming tendencies. Yeah, right now I'm in my potential man era. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the potential man era. You know what I'm saying? Not Megami. In this realm, you need to be making Illuminati videos. You're like Konohamaru, base Kaba, a tuning. Can we power skill SpongeBob? No, that's not what we're doing. We're doing the theory thing. Young Jonin type shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I could do it. I clicked here for peak. See, he clicked here for peak. Hey, he clicked my stream for peak. That's not aura. That's not aura. That. Hey, man, you know what? You lose aura the more you ask about it. You talk about it. Say, you know what? I wanted to stop the sound effect. See, this nigga, I got a problem. I don't know what's going on with my Rodecaster, bro. You be repeating the sounds too much lately, dog. Shit don't be that funny. You do it twice. Sometimes you interrupt the file. You be doing that shit, bro. You starting to piss me off. All right, anyway, back to the video.
In the history of SpongeBob SquarePants and changing the way you look at the entire show. So without further ado, let's begin the theory. In order to find out whether the Bikini Atoll theory is true, we first have to determine whether fish talking and being so intelligent is unique to Bikini Bottom, or if that's just the way the SpongeBob universe works.
Isn't there another
it could
city?
just be that all animals in this world are able to talk, and that's completely normal because at the end of the day, SpongeBob is still just a cartoon. Well,
Right.
if we take a look at Season 10, Episode 10, Feral Friends, we get a bit of a hint about how the SpongeBob world works. In this episode, a green moon appears and transforms all the characters into less cartoony, real-life versions of themselves.
SpongeBob? Patrick?
But the squirrel's still the same.
Just like in real life, they can't talk and end up trying to eat each other. The French narrator is watching all this unfold, and he says this very important line.
I have been monitoring the behavior of the green moon all day.
Right.
It is called Neptune's moon. Every 100 years, it de-evolves everyone in Bikini Bottom into primal fish.
Every 100 years, it de-evolves
So
everyone
they
in Bikini
evolve.
Bottom into primal fish. So this implies that the characters in Bikini Bottom are more evolved and were once like these primal fish. But this doesn't prove that the evolution only
Yeah, I'm
exists
about to
in
say,
Bikini
that
Bottom.
doesn't really prove that the radiation was the cause of their evolution, but they at one point did evolve. So maybe Bikini Bottom just takes place in the future or some shit like that.
It could still be a worldwide phenomenon. Remember that bonus DVD clip I found in my television theory? It was about humans studying fish in Bikini Bottom because of their intelligence. This makes it sound an awful lot like the fish in Bikini Bottom actually are uniquely evolved and it's not some worldwide phase. Then, in the SpongeBob 20-year anniversary special, SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout, we get a major piece of evidence for this theory.
Talk to me.
SpongeBob and Patrick take a tour of the surface world and eventually go to a fish store and see some very realistic, less evolved fish.
Okay.
What kind of monsters would want to keep fish folk in jail like this? They're so beautiful.
They can't talk back to SpongeBob and Patrick, and they're actually able to swim freely through the water instead of being affected by gravity. They
Okay,
are
that one
clearly
looks like it
showing
could
us
talk.
that both evolved and primitive fish exist in this universe at the same time. Now, sometimes we've seen Bikini Bottom characters represented as realistic fish like this, but only when they're out of water, never while they're still in water like these fish.
Maybe
we
the
even
water's
see
at
this
play.
again in the beginning of the third SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run. The movie opens with a coral reef full of these realistic primal fish, but eventually we get to Bikini Bottom where the more evolved fish live. So there you go, direct proof that the citizens of Bikini Bottom are uniquely evolved. This is a very deliberate world building choice for the creators to make.
Okay.
So I guess that kind of confirms the Bikini Atoll theory. Theory confirmed! We did it! Woo! Well, let's hold on for a second. As much as I'd love to call this theory complete, there's actually one major piece of evidence that gives me some resistance. Something I've never seen anyone else bring up when talking about this theory.
Talk to me.
Prehistoric Bikini Bottom. We've seen episodes
yeah,
like
there was
Ugg
an
or
episode
SB129
like
that
this.
show Bikini Bottom millions of years in the past, but we still see evolved versions of SpongeBob and Patrick. Sure, they may not be super intelligent or advanced, but they're still clearly way more evolved than the primitive, realistic
Right.
versions we see in Feral Friends or in the fish store. So, how are we seeing these evolutions millions of years before the Bikini Atoll tests? Well, unfortunately, I think the only conclusion is that the Bikini Atoll theory just isn't true. I mean,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It seems stupid. Like none of this seems to track. It just, we could talk about maybe that body of water. We could talk about maybe just whatever is in those coral reefs specifically, whatever the fuck. But it don't seem like a nuke went off, my nigga. It don't. It seems stupid, my boy. Y'all are bots. I'm not buying that theory, bro. If y'all gonna keep sending me these goddamn theory videos, I'm not gonna buy all them shits, and I weren't buying that shit. Good shit, Alex. You getting this like out of me? Fuck wrong with him.
clearly something has caused Bikini Bottom citizens to be uniquely evolved, there's no denying that. But whatever caused it took place millions of years ago and couldn't have been the Bikini Atoll nuclear tests. Then, what really caused the evolution? In the entire show, the only thing we've seen that directly affects the evolution of characters is the Green Moon and Feral Friends. Except the French narrator specifically calls it Neptune's moon,
It is called Neptune's moon.
named after the ruler of the seven seas, King Neptune.
Bob!
King Neptune is a character who's been around since the beginning of the sea. He's a character who the Bikini Bottom citizens view as their god, and he's a character who has the ability to change fish into other forms.
True.
King Neptune used his magic to turn the fish of the sea into more evolved subjects for him to rule over. He's the one who's been behind it all this time. Now, I could spend this entire video talking about King Neptune and his weird continuity and contradictions in the show, but I'll save that for another theory. What
Right,
I'd much
'cause
rather
there's
talk
3
about
fucking
are the
designs.
implications of having evolved and primitive fish coexisting in the sea. Now, we know that this evolution isn't specific to just Bikini Bottom. We've seen different cities and places far across the ocean that still have talking fish, which makes sense because the marine life in Bikini Bottom has evolved to resemble humans, so it's no surprise that just like humans, they've expanded beyond Bikini Bottom and colonized other areas of the sea. But now, I have an interesting question for you. What is the relationship between evolved fish and primitive unevolved
Yeah,
fish?
do they just leave them
well,
niggas
they
alone?
probably just peacefully coexist in the sea without bothering each other.
Nope.
You know, just
They put that motherfucker on lettuce, tomato, pickles, still no pickles, mayo. Shit, chat. What y'all put on y'all burger, man? Hold on, let's really have this conversation.
like real life humans and animals.
What y'all put on that burger?
Wait.
Y'all know it ain't a sage burger if it got mustard on it. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I don't fuck with mustard. I don't fuck with mustard like that. I just don't.
Just
I don't fuck with it. I don't fuck with it. These niggas at war?
In season 3, episode 10, the Krusty Krab training video, there is this hilarious, absurd moment when they're talking about Mr. Krabs.
After the war, Krabs stayed secluded in a deep depression that
After
seemed
the war.
endless.
Like, what war happened in Bikini Bottom? They just tell us this and then completely drop it. But with this new context, is it possible that Krabs fought in a war against these primitive, wild fish of the sea? I mean, let's remember in Feral Friends, some of those de-evolved fish were massive compared to the evolved fish, and they immediately started attacking each other.
The battle for the survival of the fittest rages on in the animal kingdom.
So yeah, in order for the Bikini Bottom citizens to survive and expand, they would probably break into some kind of war. And from the sounds of it, this war must have been pretty brutal to put Mr. Krabs into such a deep depression. But
Imagine they make a fucking episode dedicated to this one day and this nigga goes on YouTube. I was right!
getting ahead of myself. Is there actually any evidence that proves the war Mr. Krabs fought in was specifically this evolutionary war? Well, through the few flashbacks we get, we know that Mr. Krabs served in the Navy. And yes, they were sailing ships on an ocean, even though they're already underwater. This is actually a real-life phenomenon where certain parts of the sea can have a higher level of salinity, and it looks like an underwater ocean. Shout out Miss Parks, my high school marine biology teacher. We also know from maps of Bikini Bottom that the town is surrounded by the...
I had a teacher. When the last teacher that I said, like, I fuck with? Maybe sophomore year of college. I ain't had a teacher in a minute that I felt that way in a long time. That's kind of sad, but true. Yeah, outside of my history teacher in college, like my sophomore or junior year, we going back to like middle school before I got that feeling of a teacher that was like, yeah, shout out to you type shit. That's tough.
This underwater ocean.
That's
so
tough.
That places
Value your
Mr.
good
Krabs'
teachers,
war
man.
outside of Bikini Bottom, where this evolutionary war would have to take place. Then if we took a look at Mr. Krabs' home, we see it as full of memorabilia from his past days in the Navy. But hidden within here is something that will absolutely blow your mind and answer one of the biggest...
Okay, let's look around. $sign. No. Okay, maybe this. Maybe this. Maybe this. I would say either the 2 fish body bags he got right here or whatever this could be. But one of them 3, that's my parlay.
questions in the show. Hanging there on his wall is a picture of a massive whale next to a ship. You don't think that could be... No, it can't be. Pearl's mother?
Mama Pearl.
Pearl is Mr. Krabs' whale daughter. The show never
Mama
really
Pearl.
explains how a crab can be the father of a whale, but most people just assume she was adopted. People have been speculating about who Pearl's biological mother is for years, and I think...
Wait, they have? I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm a simpleton, but there's some things I just accepted. I don't really give a shit about. Never really gave a shit about Pearl's mom, but here we go.
We finally just found our answer. We see 2 photos of this whale on a ship in season 3, episode 9, just 1 episode before we find out Mr. Krabs fought in a war. Since this is among all of Mr. Krabs' Navy stuff, I think we can assume that this is something he encountered and not just some random picture of a whale on a ship above the ocean. The whale is massive compared to the ship. We've seen adult whales in Bikini Bottom before, but they are nothing compared to the size of this whale. This has a much closer resemblance to Pearl when she de-evolved in Feral Friends and became massive. So this has to be an unevolved primitive whale, and the picture clearly shows them fighting. Not only does this prove that there was a war between evolved
But it
and
proves
primitive
Mr. Krabs
fish,
fucked
but
that
Mr.
jump.
Krabs definitely fought in it. But this also implies something very
He
dark.
spanked that jump.
Mr. Krabs killed Pearl's mother.
Wait, what? Wait. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Whoa, I wasn't going there, bruh. Whoa, I mean, I see how you got there, but like, I thought we was having a laugh, twin. Whoa. I see what he about to say,
The
though.
only direct reference we get in the show to
say.
Pearl's mother is one of Mr. Krabs' many sayings, Mother of Pearl.
Mother of Pearl! Mother of Pearl! Holy Mother of Pearl!
He uses it in places something like holy crap or dear God, only saying it when something truly shocking or terrible happens, because he knows the terrible thing that happened to Pearl's mother. Why did Mr. Krabs go into such a deep depression after the war? Because he's haunted by what he's done, and the smoking harpoon to prove it is right there on his wall. So that leaves us with an important question. Why did he adopt Pearl?
I'm about to say, having Pearl's dead mom's memorabilia around Pearl, but not telling her, that seems pretty fucked too, bro. I don't know. I'm not gonna buy it, but I'll hear it.
Killed her mother, he probably realized she had an infant daughter who had the evolutionary genes. Instead of leaving her to die, he adopted her as his own, all while keeping the dark secret that he was responsible for her mother's death.
Right.
Childhood ruined yet? Well, don't worry, there's still time for this theory to get even worse.
Okay.
Now's your chance to remove yourself before things get really dark.
Fuck it, go for it.
Still here? Okay, so here's a fun question. What's the deal with all the pets in Bikini Bottom? How come most fish are basically humans, but a snail or a worm acts like a pet? Well, just like humans have domesticated wild animals, it should be no surprise that evolved fish have domesticated primitive fish as pets. Unlike the massive primitive fish that the Bikini Bottom citizens had to go to war with, there's also smaller primitive fish like jellyfish, snails, spirit
And maybe
worms,
why
seahorses,
that's
and
why they're so
clams that the
big.
Bikini Bottom citizens were able to form a symbiotic relationship with. Aw, and I thought you said this was gonna be the dark part, Alex. They're living peacefully together. That's nice.
Here we go.
Okay, you got me. Here's another fun question. Where do the citizens of Bikini Bottom get their food? I mean, sure, some of it is plant-based, but there sure does seem to be an awful lot of meat-based food under the sea. I think you know where I'm going with this. The Bikini Bottom citizens eat primitive fish. Haha, it's not cannibalism if they're less evolved than you, right? There's no moral dilemma there. In season 3,
I don't even know if I agree with that.
episode 13, we see direct proof of this when the characters go fishing for primitive clams. This is something completely normal in this world. And then there's the chum bucket, which sells chum. Chum. Chum is literally just ground up fish. The show isn't even hiding this.
The motherfucker said, bro, I don't want none of that chum shit. I need the real fish fillet. Now, I don't even agree with him right here. I think chum is like genuine, just trash, all that random slop put together. But, excuse me, but the fish fillet is at the Krusty Krab. Nigga, I said I wanted a crab cake. Hell, to add my own theory to it, why that nigga so happy to eat the sandwich? Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. See, now, don't get me started.
No,
don't get me started, Mr. Bale. Cause why, bruh happy as shit? Why, bruh happy as shit to eat this junk? Why, bruh happy as shit?
Amazing.
He was happy as shit to eat this junk.
I've got to tell someone about this.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, all you people.
Look at this.
Hey, all you people. Hey, all you people, won't you listen to me?
Like, that nigga way too happy, bruh. So, hey, man, look. These niggas, that chump shit ain't no fish grind, whatever. No. Them niggas go to the KK because they want some fish. It's as simple as that. They know what they eating, bruh. I'm not going for none of that extra shit. They know what they eating, bruh. You ain't gotta act like it's some secret shit.
Don't really see too much of the meat harvesting side of Bikini Bottom,
They
and I'm
want
not
that- they
surprised
want
they're
that
keeping it on
whale.
the DL, you know, with the whole cannibalism thing. But there is one secret to making food that is kept more secret than anything in Bikini Bottom. The best kept secret in the entire show. You already know what I'm gonna say. the Krabby Patty secret formula. Throughout the show, there's been lots of contradictory evidence about the Krabby Patty secret formula. In season 4, episode 7, Mr. Krabs says it's an old family recipe.
Your mother knows the Krabby Patty formula? Of course she does. It's an old Krabs family recipe.
But in season 5, episode 1, apparently Mr. Krabs discovered it on his own by accidentally mixing random ingredients together.
What was in there?
I've done it. I discovered the perfect patty batter.
Sometimes it's a secret formula, sometimes it's a book, sometimes it's a secret sauce, and any glimpse we get of the formula is just random nonsense. There is a ton of contradictory evidence out there, but I think this might all be intentional. In order to throw people off, Mr. Krabs has spread misinformation about the Krabby Patty formula. In fact, he's already done this in season 3, episode 18, by hiding a fake formula for Plankton to find that says he's the secret ingredient.
Mixed together with the most important ingredient of all.
This was funny.
4 heaping pounds of freshly ground.
This was fun.
Plankton?
This was fun.
And the contradictions aren't just inside the show. Even one of the SpongeBob crew members once said that Krabby Patties are vegetarian and contain no meat. But I've always been a little suspicious about what the
That shit ain't vegan.
creators say. They've also said that they're not allowed to show fish as food, except they clearly do with chum, clam fishing, and all the many, many gags where fish turn into food. It's almost—
See how that nigga was ready to sell them fish sticks, bro, again, bro. They go to the KK just because they want fish.
like they're not allowed by Nickelodeon to publicly acknowledge this because that could create a controversy, but they could still sneak this dark secret into the show. So what is the true secret ingredient? Where does the meat really come from? It's strange. We never really see Mr. Krabs get the meat delivered, or at least go out himself to get it. It's almost like he has all the meat he needs stockpiled somewhere. What primitive meat can Mr. Krabs have access to? Maybe he's been holding on to something from the war. What could Mr. Krabs have killed during the war that he doesn't want anyone to find out about? Something big enough to supply him with meat for years without needing more. What could that be? You really gonna make me say it?
Mother of Pearl.
Mr. Krabs is using Pearl's dead mother's carcass to make Krabby Patties. Woo!
At some point, wouldn't the meat go bad though?
We did it! Yeah, we solved the mystery! We did it! I'm so glad. Season 1, episode 15, Sleepy Time. Mr. Krabs has a dream that he's on a boat fishing for a massive dollar. This is his memory of killing—
I want to say, it's like decades. It's freezer burn. It's like you can't freeze a meat for that long. You get freezer burn. It's at some point it clearly goes bad. It would be decomposed meat. It would be like what the. You know what? Fuck the niggas debating it. Why a nigga in chat say, nigga, you want this KK or not? All right, bro.
Except now, all he sees her as is money. And take a guess what name he calls the dollar.
What you doing, Mr. Krabs?
Hey,
you want this Krabby Patty or not,
What are you
nigga? Shut
talking
up.
about?
I'm talking about cold hard flipping cash. It's the mighty Moby Dollar.
Moby Dollar, a direct reference to Moby Dick, a story about hunting a whale. Are you kidding me? And that is the evolution theory. I warned you guys this would be a dark one. The Bikini Atoll theory, King Neptune, Pearl's mother, the Krabby Patty formula, we hit everything in this theory. Even if you don't agree with all of it, you gotta admit a lot of this makes sense. Eugene Krabs' aspirations for money and greed have caused him to do terrible, terrible things. At least his love for Pearl seems to be real, so maybe there's some small amount of good in him. And even though Pearl's mother probably provides tons of meat, eventually he's gonna run out and he'll have to face what he's done. Well, unless of course there's another whale he has access to. Nope. Nope. No. No. Mr. Krabs wouldn't do that. He loves Pearl. He's not just raising her for Krabby Patty meat. Even Mr. Krabs isn't that much of a monster.
From every side I've ever seen to the sweetest sound I've heard, I'd gladly give up everything
for the money that I've earned. You didn't have to play that clip. You could have played the 62-cent clip. You could have played the clip where this nigga crashed out and made a nigga unwatch a television show. This nigga fired the whole staff for a dime. This nigga literally said the children. I don't give a shit about the children. All I care about is their parents' money. You didn't have to play that song.
Huh. Well, alrighty then, that's the end of that theory. Just gonna end it here before there's any more dark plot twists. You guys have been insanely supportive with these SpongeBob theories, so I guess I have to make more. I've been your host, Alex Bale. Thanks for watching.
What's going on, Alex? What you thinking, buddy? You gonna eat some crab cakes after? Hey, Chad, I promise you, bro, I might go get some fish today. Okay. I ain't gonna lie, you gotta turn some lights on in this. Your natural light is terrible.
Hey.
It's like spooky. I feel like you're gonna get lined up in your own house.
Hey, just want to let you know that I think I'm gonna take a break from the SpongeBob videos for a little bit.
Okay.
It's not you. I mean, the videos are great. People love them. It's just, I think I want to go back to making actual films for a bit.
You don't get to decide that.
Okay then.
You don't get to decide that you're stuck in Bikini Bottom forever. In fact, you will now be a part of the food. In fact, the fish eat human down there, buddy. We'll supply you.
I'll just see you around.
You want to be the next double seaweed deluxe boy?
When I found you were unnoticed and unloved. But now you have millions of views. You have sponsors. Why would you forsake them?
Nope.
I just, I don't want to really make these videos forever. I don't want to be known as the SpongeBob guy.
You know what, Alex? Real. I don't want to be known as just a reactor man. That's why I'm gonna, stay tuned. But we gotta keep doing the reactions for now. But yeah, I definitely feel that. I didn't want to just be known as basketball guy. That's why I switched to anime. Then I want to just be known as anime guy. That's why I have this channel right here. And then this channel right here is gonna evolve from just being reactor guy to doing other shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep growing. It's a growth mindset. I get that, Alex. I fuck with that. But whatever you got in your basement, whatever you got in your garage, it ain't in my house.
My boy, you really think they will care about your little films? I am your muse. I have given you the gift of knowledge. If you wish to go back to anonymity, then be my guest. But I know who you really are.
Nigga said part 5. Nigga said part 5 on the way. I like that out of you, Alex. I like that out of you, boy. If you guys like more Alex Bale type shit, things of those natures, take care. Stay blessed. Yap, 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 yap. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Yeah, son. Tight shit, tight shit, tight shit, tight shit. All right. Oh, shit. Chat, we still got some more random bullshit to watch. What time is it? 4? When do I need to roll out? I got a little bit of time, too. Why not? Other things of that nature. Hold on, let me see something. Oh, yeah, I got a little bit more time. Oh, man, niggas in group chats just sending a lot of 2K news. All right. Anyway, what's this? Oh, we're back to animal shit. All right, fine, fuck it. The toad that broke Australia.
Home to some of the deadliest animals on the planet.
Yeah, I'm never going to Australia, man. I've thought that through. Got the pat. Just no to that place. I'm good.
But what if I told you there's one creature they all fear? An invasive species, millions strong, wiping out native animals that we are locked in combat with to this very day. What kind of vile beast is capable of spreading such reckless hate?
Is that frog nigga from Smiling Friends? Cause he a demon, but I didn't even finish that. Damn, I didn't finish that show, and isn't it over? But yeah, maybe that nigga.
The answer is this fat fucking toad.
Oh my god, that nigga is huge.
But how did this war begin? Well, to answer your question, we're gonna have to go way back. The year is 1866.
Okay.
We are in the land down under, and our story begins the same way many tragedies do.
All right.
With the British. You see, having gone hippity-hoppity, your ancestral home is now my property around 90 years back, the Brits were in full swing, rampantly colonising the country. And part of that included agriculture. Now, they brought with them many crops, but the important one in this story is sugarcane.
Okay.
Sugar was valuable, not only for trade, but also because, well, the fucking tea isn't going to sweeten itself, is it?
Okay, that was a lot.
Sugarcane only grows in the heat, which ruled out the south of the country. It also likes humid environments, which ruled out Western Australia, which left them with one option. And so, the cane farmers loaded up their first Stardew Valley save in Queensland in 1866.
All right,
but
Queensland,
the farmers
1866.
ran into an issue. You see, Queensland is home to these nifty little bugs called Dermalopida albahertum. These are native beetles.
Seriously, why do these scientist niggas be making up names like this, man? Just say some simple shit.
Their macros by munching on plant leaves. So when cane farmers joined the Queensland Minecraft server and
still some shit at Minecraft, bro,
set up a fucking Hermitcraft-sized farm, the beetles were in heaven and set to work.
I promise y'all, bro, one day I'm gonna do like a Minecraft run, bro. I'm gonna get cold at that game, bro. Not even just for Kabamon purposes, just because it's been too long for me to not be tough at Minecraft.
Demolishing the plant leaves.
Damn.
Now, funnily enough, the adult bugs weren't actually the problem. Sugarcane leaves hold full value. But the problem is that with such an abundant food source, the bugs started multiplying, laying their eggs around the base of the plants. These eggs hatched into larvae. And unlike the grown-ups, these little worms don't eat the leaves. They eat the roots. And so the sugarcane starts getting absolutely fucking spit roasted. And the farmers can do nothing but watch as sugarcane yield plummets through the floor along with their profits. This whole situation really pissed off the farmers.
Yeah, that is fucked. Oh my god, nigga, you ain't got no home defense?
Who banded together, went to the Australian government, and told them to fucking fix it. Sir, a horde of creatures is destroying the cane fields. And so the Queensland government founded the Bureau of Sugar Experimentation Stations, or the BSES, in 1900. This team of crack scientists then immediately set out trying to solve the very same issue every single Factorio player faces. This place is covered in bugs. They are breaking my shit. How do I
want to play like a Civ kind of game, or like them games that you build your own little city or whatever the fuck, and then you got to defend that bitch, or you got to take over the fucking world or whatever the fuck. I forgot what that genre's called, but hey man, apparently the new Civs have been sorry as fuck. So I ain't had that itch scratched in a long time.
We slaughter the local wildlife in order to expand capitalism and my profit margins. The BSES pondered this question for 25 fucking years. They tried spraying chemical insecticides. Didn't work. They tried injecting insecticides into the soil. Didn't work.
Damn.
They tried releasing the fucking cordyceps fungus. And it still didn't work.
Tough.
Then, one day in the office, while pondering this question, someone had an idea. Okay, we are getting outmaneuvered by the cast of Bugs Life.
Yes.
Someone in this office, please give me anything.
Yeah, that has to be some shit. Like niggas, we humans are really capable of finding out these things that kill the fucking planet and or themselves. But when it comes to like certain bugs, cooked. I don't know.
What about cane toads? What? Cane toads. Those big fucking fat things that exist in the cane fields in Hawaii. I mean, it's a frog. They eat bugs. We just introduce an invasive species to fix a problem.
I won't say that's pre-fruit because the frogman guy was here, but that again, it still happens. I mentioned something and it happens later on in the fucking video. It's freaking me out.
Caused by an invasive species. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? And in June...
Yeah, you wouldn't think a frog... I mean, I ain't gonna lie, you wouldn't think a frog would do whatever the fuck it's about to do, but...
Of 1936, 2,400 brave cane divers were deployed to the fields to deal with the arthropod menace. But there's just one small issue.
Okay.
Cane toads were fucking dog shit. Yeah, funnily enough, big, fat, slow, ground-dwelling toads were not exactly the smartest solution to deal with beetles that spend the majority of their adult life 6 meters off the fucking ground.
It's over, Anakin. I have the heart.
Well, I thought that was their job. I didn't know what they do well or what they don't do well. God damn it, so what are we doing?
On top of that, cane toads don't dig for food either. So they didn't...
Oh, well, what the fuck are we really doing then?
Eat the larvae. Now, this all sounds like information that should have come up during the research and...
I'm about to say, I don't know shit about cane toads, so pardon me for not knowing this shit, but if you knew what cane toads could and couldn't do, what the fuck are we doing?
Study phase of the plan. This, however, implies that there was a research and study phase. The BSCS did not conduct a single fucking study on environmental impact before releasing an army of cane toads. Are you fuck? This complete absence of brain cells caused a rather spectacular domino effect of
I'm about to say,
ecological...
even though they don't do shit, they're not supposed to be here, something's gonna happen.
And it's going to teach you a valuable lesson about invasive species.
Yeah.
You see, while the cane toads barely ate what they were supposed to, they did eat. And as incredibly large omnivorous toads, they ate practically anything they could fit into their mouths. Rats, mice, lizards, snails, baby birds. It was the toad equivalent of Kirby.
Yeah, I'm about to say, for those that are like tots and don't understand this impact, one, go stay in school. School just started up for most of you niggas. Go back to class. Two, they didn't do their job, but this is going to have an impact on, even if they just ate one plant more than they're supposed to, that means that the other animal, big, small, or whatever, that tries to eat on that plant, now they got to deal with another fucking cane toad that they're not accustomed to eating or hunting or whatever the fuck. So yeah, it's just a big ass domino effect, let alone if it's a predator to some other species, like how in this case other reptiles cooked, other amphibians cooked, fucking birds cooked. You just put that shit there because fuck it, why not? And didn't think anything else through.
And then, not unlike the exact problem they were brought here to solve, with all that food, they started reproducing.
Jesus Christ.
A lot. In fact, female cane toads can lay anywhere between 8,000 to 30,000 fucking eggs per clutch.
And y'all didn't study that. Wait, I would never brought them there if...
Much. But I mean, this should not be too much of a problem. Australia is home to some of the deadliest creatures on the planet. Surely, the local wildlife has this under control. Wait, what? Cane toads, they're poisonous.
Yeah.
Those little bulges on the shoulder, those are parotid glands, and they are packed to the brim with bufotoxin. No, that's not a D's nuts joke. Got him! Now, whenever the adult toads are threatened, they will squirt this white, sticky fluid out of the glands. And when ingested, it does two things. One, makes you trip absolute balls thanks to the hallucinogenic bufotenin. And two, the other ingredient, bufogen, just straight up gives you a fucking heart attack.
Damn.
It's important to note that this toxin is also present in their eggs and tadpoles. Now, in their
Oh. Yeah, Chad, a lot of things are gonna die.
natural habitat, this
Yeah, that's all I
isn't
need.
as-
Yeah, because you're telling me the bird's gonna be like, ooh, some eggs, cool, whatever, and yeah, they're dead.
as much of a problem because everything around them has had thousands of years to get good and deal with this ass poison build by either developing immunity or learning to eat around the glands. But Australia is not their ecosystem.
Nope.
And despite all of the deadly animals we've got, they have had a grand total of 5 minutes to adapt to the presence of the fucking Calid toad. Now, quick question for the class. What happens to an animal population when there is nothing to eat it? It gets bigger. And so, shortly after being introduced, a rapidly expanding tyrannid swarm of toads began to spread across the country. The BSES noticed this and did fucking nothing. Because it technically didn't affect the sugar cane. The swarm spread further, occupying all inhabitable parts of Queensland, and they were laying so many fucking eggs that their clutches began polluting the waterways like a bufotoxin teabag, killing native fish as well as any animals that drank from the water. The BSES did nothing. Those eggs hatched into tadpoles, which started killing more fish. The BSES still did nothing.
Oh my
The swarm
God.
advanced, breaching into the Northern Territory and New South Wales. When questioned, the BSES insisted the toads were doing their jobs and everything was fine.
Jeez.
By the 1980s, the toads were now starving out or just fucking eating local wildlife and one-shotting anything that tried to eat them.
This is fucking crazy,
And
bro.
considering, at this point, there were 5 fucking million of them, that happened a lot. So, with local wildlife being absolutely fucking decimated, the BSES was forced to acknowledge that maybe, just maybe,
you're fucked up.
We fucked up.
But, oh well, everyone makes mistakes. Nothing we can do about it. No! They left it for the government to clean up. Sir, a second horde of creatures has escaped the cane field. Fuck! Yeah, they realised just how much damage was being done and in 1986 began funneling federal funds into controlling the population.
Jesus.
They tried trapping and physically removing the toads, but...
What the fuck that gonna do? They gonna plant more of them every night.
Unless they had 5 million traps, that wasn't going to do shit.
Yeah, what?
Biological warfare was proposed in the form of releasing viruses and parasites, but was shot down because it would do just as much damage to the native wildlife.
Yeah.
And so, the toad front continues to advance to this day. So where does that...
Jesus Christ.
leave us? Short answer is kind of fucked. Cane toads
Yeah, I was about to
now
say, you're
threaten
fucked.
a total of 75 native species, and they've even driven populations of animals like the northern quoll to complete extinction in
Damn.
parts of the country they infest. And with the population now sitting at 200 fucking million toads, that infestation is spreading, with predictions showing they will be fucking up ecosystems in 5 states in the near future. And given that they have amassed a population 10 times the size of the humans in Australia, the government has completely fucking abandoned the fight for eradication,
What?
switching focus to harm reduction, using bait toads covered in non-lethal but unpleasant substances to try to teach local wildlife that toad bad. On top of this, the government
So they
has
just
encouraged
won.
the broader public to just fucking kill the toads. You are supposed to do it humanely by catching them and sticking them in a freezer for 48 hours, but most people don't want a frog taking up their freezer space.
Yeah, I'm about to say, fuck, is this Avatar?
It's a golf club or a car.
Driving in my car right after
And with this being Australia, our wildlife is also putting up a fight. Keelback snakes, for example, are immune to their venom, and Ricali and magpies have learned to flip them onto their backs before getting a feed. Now, jokes aside, you want to know who I feel genuinely f***ing awful for? The toads. They didn't ask for any of this.
That's true.
They just got dumped onto a random island and did their thing, and now they are being actively hunted. No. The assholes in this story are the BSES and the cane growers.
Yes.
Because you may be thinking, why were they allowed to do this shit in the first place? Well, that's the neat part. They weren't.
Oh my God.
The federal government banned the f***ing idea when they came up for it in 1935, based
Nigga, what?
on the advice of entomologists who rightly presumed the toads would become a bigger f***ing issue than the beetles. But the BSES and the cane growers lobbied to have the ban lifted in 1936. We are stuck in permanent toad combat because these dickheads looked at scientific advice
and said, fuck it.
And
Money.
went, nah. You have got to be fucked. G'day, Merry
No, I'm
Christmas.
not gonna lie. I'm gonna be painfully honest. I thought that video was about to be like eternally cringe at the start. Nigga, at some point, that shit just became rage baiting. Hold on. Let me see if there's an epilogue because there's a lot of time left.
Long form on the Enjoy. Also, life.
Oh, nah, he's just yapping. Yeah, I thought that video was going to be like really cringe or whatever, but that ended up being a good video just on the fact that it's like, what are we talking about? How did that even fucking happen, bro? But yeah, that's a good video. I'm giving that a like. That's not even, I mean, that, funny enough, that's actually natural selection, but like more than anything, that's just fucking stupidity. If you guys want to hear more people potentially doing stupid shit, you guys let me know. Take care, stay blessed. Nigga, did Flats react to this? The fuck? He did it first, but hey, don't watch his, watch mine. I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, man. All right, let's see. Okay. Next up on the random react stream, because that's what this has fucking been at this goddamn point. Off-brand items. Oh, shit, chat. I know some of y'all was copping that USP. Chat. Let's just be real. What was your first fuck up, if you've ever fucked up? Let's just keep it a bean. Everyone's been there. Or try to act like they ain't been there. When have you fucked up? I've told y'all my story. Jordan had a butt crack. I'll never forget that, John. I came from a sneaker con. I think my pops, like, I didn't buy it, but my pops bought it. He must have bought it from somebody outside of there or got a deal that he thought was too good to be true. Nigga, I go to school. Jordan got a butt crack, bro. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Also, I want to get this off right now before I actually hit play. Now, I don't give a fuck about having no fake ass shirt, nigga. Let me be blunt. You think I want to spend $1,000 for a fucking logo? Nigga, fuck you. I don't give a damn.
Royalty. Wealth. This is the lifestyle of the richest of folk. The top 1%. A way of life that peasants could never understand.
Yo.
The commodities of this lifestyle include country clubs. Coke. Marrying your cousin, but totally not in a weird way. It's definitely just to keep the money in the family.
No.
And the greatest one-up of all, being able to buy on-brand items. Being able to buy brands like Balenciaga and Gucci without worrying about burning a hole in your wallet must be
it's a conversation even when it comes to wearing the fake shirt, right? As I just said, it's a conversation to be had of why do people care so deeply about these logos and things like that. Society a bitch, but I digress. Me personally, if it looked nice, I'm buying it. Whether it was $100, whether it was $2, whether it was free, whether it was a band. I don't have a band to spend on no goddamn clothes, kind of what I was alluding to earlier. But still, like, hey, if you just are comfortable in your own style and you buy what you think look good, you'll be surprised at one, what people are impressed with, and two, nigga, brands recycle. True Religion was cool when I was in high school. Now it's cool again. Nigga, apparently niggas is rocking polos again. Like I'm like, nigga, this is some shit in like 2012, 2014. Bobby Shmurda was out when niggas was fucking with polos. Now niggas is back to rock fucking with polos and shit. Like, what are we doing?
Best feeling.
Even shit, ain't no problem with it, but I'm just like, hey, True Religion and polo, that was back in the day. Now back in the day is today. Don't get me started with the fucking Jordans. Jordans literally just recycle. This year's the year of the 13s. Next year's the year of the 12s. Then we going back to the 13s. And the only shoe that's been timeless this whole time is fucking ones, because niggas ain't ever had a problem with ones.
Feeling. Having the money to buy on-brand foods. Only the rich can afford brands like Oreos and
I don't
Honey
give
Nut
a
Cheerios.
fuck.
Believe me.
I am going to be pausing a lot. I'm sorry. I don't give a flying fuck about them brands in the goddamn grocery store, nigga. Turkey is turkey. All right. The only one of my exception is because I've had bad experiences. That's the exception. So like I had a random cheese brand. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm sticking with Sargento ever since then type shit. But other than that, nigga, I do not give a fuck, bro. I'm like Julius, nigga. Cookies and cream. I mean, cookies and Cookie Crisp. That's what I was thinking of. Nah, fuck that, nigga. I eat the little cookie junk. Fuck it.
I tried buying that the other day, and the cashier tried kicking me out, telling me, sir, you can't pay for your food with Monopoly money.
Chill, bro.
So I pulled out my 100% get anything for free coupon. I can't afford the snobby on-brand items like Raisin Brand. Don't look that up. Just trust me. Most of us are just broke, working 9 to 5 at retail or dealing with annoying customers at fast food. And when done with those jobs, you can't go buying expensive goods like Doritos. You gotta save money. That's when you go and get the off-brand items.
Yeah.
They're cheaper and they taste the same, kind of, a little, sort of, not really. But there's nothing wrong with them. That's why I hate seeing people make fun of these foods as if they've never been into an Aldi before. Sorry, our privileged asses got to go.
I will say this though, like I said, unless it prohibits or ruins my experience, I'm not an Aldi guy, man. I don't know, bro. It never has what I'm looking for, bro. Not even just because the food there works. No, that's stupid. But anytime I go there, I always end up leaving there needing something that another store would have had, bro. I just don't. It never has everything I need, bro. So I just stopped going.
To Target. When I was your age, I was living in the trenches of Trinidad, down the street of O Block on 63rd, up the street of Harlem, where I sold rocks, staying in a 1-bathroom studio apartment at the Bermuda Triangle.
See, we ain't gotta act like we struggled that bad, bro. Some of y'all niggas never ate an ice sandwich a day in your life. We ain't gotta act like we all came from struggle. All of us did all this bullshit. But look, dog, it's okay to admit I ain't got the Harris Teeter, Wegmans, all the extra shit every time. You know what I'm saying?
Couldn't
like
afford food like that.
Bro,
when y'all was eating Pringles, I was eating cracks.
Shoppers.
They were very addictive. You had the privilege to eat Nutella. I had the disprivilege to eat Nutmaster. It was very sticky in my mouth. While you were enjoying cheese sandwiches with Kraft Singles, I was content with imitation pasteurized processed cheese.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This is Bro, I accidentally bought cheese food one time. This is the truest story, bro. I accidentally bought cheese, this imitation shit one time, bro. And I made a grilled cheese. And I was like, something seem off, bro. Like, did I fuck up? And ever since then, bro, I was like, nah, bro. I'm just doing Sargento, bro. I literally just picked up the cheese shit, kept it pushing. Must have been listening to a song or some shit, bro. Literally just got it, kept it pushing. I mean, the grilled cheese, I'm like, what the fuck? Imitation crab, not the worst. Yeah, aren't that at restaurants and shit?
Food singles.
But yeah, the cheese
While
food
you were
stuff,
enjoying M&Ms at
Hell
the
no.
movies, I was partaking in H&H, which stands for HIV and hives. It gives you both. And I couldn't even get Reese's Pieces. All I could afford was Reese's Pieces. And I had to split it with my family. While your family was enjoying the delicious lean ground beef, I was devouring... Oh my. I'm not complaining. Also, even though this is technically not off-brand, but whenever I wanted ice cream, I had to buy the ones in a box.
Hell no.
And I don't know who thought of this, but this is the worst way to eat ice cream or anything. Why?
Yeah, I don't like ice cream like that. First of all, I'm just not a big dessert guy anyway. I guess that's an unpopular opinion, but I've never been a sweet tooth guy. But if I do have like the need for like ice cream for some reason, I've never been the guy that likes to get the scooper, plop that bitch on a plate. I've always liked an ice cream bar or something like that. I don't know what it is. It's always been me.
I wish you put it in a cardboard box. If the ice cream melts a single atom, it tastes like cardboard. Even if you freeze the melted parts over, it tastes like cardboard. And since it's in a box, once you open it, you can never securely close it again, which leaves it open for freezer burns, which ruins it. And even if you securely close the top, the corners of the box will always have a little openings, giving it freezer burns. So there's no point. If it melts a singular drop, it tastes like cardboard. Even if you close it, it still tastes terrible. Cardboard box ice cream is the worst food atrocity imaginable. Is it really that expensive to make ice cream and put it into a carton? Just because you shop at Aldi doesn't mean we had to be served garbage. Whoever invented cardboard ice cream, go eat your daddy's ass cheeks and tell me how that tastes. Cause I bet you tenfold that it tastes better.
What is going on? What are these edits, man?
Dookie that you serve for customers' consumption. Anyways, I lived in the hood and my
That's all this fucking video is, bro. You telling us you lived in the hood, man.
Struggles living in North Korea didn't stop at food.
That's all I wanted to do. Tell us you lived in the hood, bro.
I wanted to watch or play. All I could get were bootlegs. I remember when GTA 5 came out, and I asked my mom to get it, and she said, GTA? We got GTA at home. And then I downloaded Go to Auto 3 online, where you play as Andrew Tate, driving and working out for money.
I never had a situation like this to where I bought a bootleg game, but there were bootleg movies. There were movies with the wrong movie on it. That I can relate to. I never had, I wanted this video game and you got me like a knockoff. The closest thing was one time my grandma bought me the wrong one. My grandmother bought me like Madden 07 when, in 2007, but I needed Madden 08. She fucked that up. That has happened. But I've never, or like I wanted a Sonic game and they got me one of the little, this is really gonna date myself. GameStop used to have them little boxes, and I did that, and they had the glass case at the register. She had got me like a Sonic battle game. It ended up being one of my favorite games, Sonic games, personally, but that's a different subject for a different day. But I said I want the new Sonic game. Motherfucker got me the $5 Sonic game, thought that was the newest one, I guess. But yeah, I digress. Yeah, I never had this issue with gaming. Now, movie, entirely different situation. Because we knew the guy that downloaded the movie on the DVD. Man, the amount of times we would think we're watching like Bad Boys or Juice or some or even like Power Rangers or something, and then it's a whole different fucking movie. It's how I seen Soul Plane for the first time. It's just the wrong movie on the goddamn DVD, bruh. Or maybe we got the wrong DVD, one of the two. Shit was insane.
This is just as good as GTA 5. I also couldn't afford a PlayStation. I instead got a GS5 by Phony. Phony. They didn't even try to sugarcoat it. It's phony. I also recall when Captain America Civil War hit theaters. I was so stoked on seeing it. But then I remembered I lived off of food stamps, not money. Right. So all I could afford was Captain Battle Legacy War.
Wait, why did you buy that? No. This is the problem. You niggas feel like, okay, I can get something that's kind of okay. No, stack up and get what you want. Stack up and get what you want. That's the lesson that you need to learn when you're down bad. You need to realize that you need to see what you want, and you need to aspire yourself and work towards that, not spend your money on bullshit. But niggas don't want to learn that lesson. Niggas don't want to learn to just take the L and save their money. Niggas want to spend it on something else.
To find his peaceful town overrun
by Nazis. But with all those setbacks, I can live with them. Who cares about getting on-brand food? As long as I'm eating, that's all that really matters. Who cares about watching and playing the latest media? As long as I'm up to date with the latest trends, it's all that really matters. Like, I know kids nowadays are saying, "What are those?" at people who wear shoes. I saw it in the latest Black Panther movie. You know, I'm very hip. The real problem was buying clothes, because all I could afford were the off-brand fits. And if you were like me, living in the Bronx down in Cleveland at South Vietnam.
Yeah, clothes is that's the only one that, look, it's gonna sound fashionista as hell, but take it as a nigga that still to this day don't give a fuck about his fashion like that. Not that I can't dress, I'm not fashionista. Man, especially growing up. I mean, even today still, you gotta put yourself together, Chad, but especially growing up, high school, middle school days, ooh, that's the one that'll hurt. That's the one that'll hurt, bro. I'll never forget seeing somebody. I never had one. I remember my mom bought one and wanted me to put it on, and I knew what it was, but she didn't understand. I could not wear that USPA, nigga. Hey, she was like, "This one look good. You like polo. This one look real good." I was like, "Ma, I can't wear that shirt, man. I can't. Hey, it was a button-down one. It was light blue. I remember that like a dream jacket. It was light blue, had a couple of stripes on it and shit. And she was like, yo, this one looks really good." I was like, "No, Ma, I can't put that on." She's like, "You never wear this one. I bought this one. You're great. Like, it look good." No. I'm not wearing that one. Does it not fit? Yeah, that's what it is. Try it on. Nah, I'm not trying that shit on, bro. Can't put on the USPA. But I seen somebody, because I had seen it. It wasn't even a matter of me being insecure. I saw what happened to someone who wore USPA. The horse had 5 legs. The nigga had 2 canes in the air. I was like, oh. It's war. All right.
Who wouldn't survive walking in fake clothing without getting savagely roasted? I'd be getting the worst kind of stares while everybody was walking in their Tommy Hilfigers. I was rocking the Tom Hollands. I tried fit it in. I really did. Wearing my Supreme box logo with some Gucci.
Mind you, in hindsight, ain't nothing wrong with all this shit that we talking about. It's just that's how superficial fucking high schoolers were, man.
A little nicer. I even
all this
started
shit we
wearing
talking about,
new
it really
kicks.
don't matter.
Better than any Nike you've ever worn in your life. They're called Mikes. Each shoe sold separately. But even though I was rocking the hardest faucet drip that I've ever worn in my entire existence, to the people around me, the drips out of that faucet must have came from Ethiopia because my drip was not clean. Everyone laughed, ridiculed me for wearing off-brand clothes.
Like I'll never forget. I forgot what the exact designer it was because I didn't know ball on this one at all. But I remember these 2 kids. They was going on each other back in the class, and some girl walked by and said that nigga's shirt was nice. And then the nigga said, "Nah, his shirt not nice. It's this brand." And everybody started laughing. I was like, damn, she laughing too though? What the fuck? You just thought the shirt was nice, but you heard the label's different. Now it's not clean no more. What the hell?
So my school back at Shanghai didn't mess with any of my clothes.
I can't tell you the brand
because
I don't know what
reason why
brand
I
it
moved
was.
From China back to my hometown,
I didn't even get the joke.
Albuquerque. Everybody made fun of me because I was different, because I couldn't afford the expensive stuff like North Face and Legos and Oreos. Off-brand is all I know. It's not my fault my financial situation wasn't as secured as yours. And so I caved in recently. I can't handle the bullying no more.
Here we go.
You're all gonna learn not to make fun of me.
Put on some pair of
no
shoes.
more. Not again.
Oh, wait, no. No, I mean, no, you're supposed to just go broke, but you're supposed to have your first time making a stupid purchase. Everybody has had that. That's a part of being a man and or a woman. Everyone has had that moment where they said, all right, bet, I'm going to get cute, or I'm going to look clean, or I'm going to look fly, fresh, whatever the time was for you. And you spend too much money on the fit trying to look cool, but then realize, damn, it was only a fucking day that people glazed me. It was only for a fucking fit. That's stupid. They're stupid. Fuck them. That's the story that everyone has to go through. Not this. This is not the character arc. We don't need to live this.
So I bought a Gap shirt.
Hey guys, so I recently just got this Gap shirt a few days ago because people kept making fun of my fake clothes, and if it went for one day longer, I might have just, killed myself, but it's all good now because now I have an on-brand shirt and I'll finally be invited to parties. The ladies will start liking me.
Wait until you learn. It depends on the year. Some years, man. Oh yeah, bro, you with the Gap? Ooh wee. Now.
I'll be just like my favorite protagonist from all those animes I watch.
It depends on the year, buddy.
Like him. So yeah, I ordered this shirt off of Amazon the other day, and
it depends on the year, buddy.
You wouldn't believe what they gave me.
Oh no.
You wouldn't believe it.
I'm not gonna lie, at some point though, buddy, if you happen to be, it was me, it was always me, I'm at the worst part of my life, this shit sucks, my life sucks, woe is me. It's you. It's you. It is you. It is always you. You are causing your own misfortune, my nigga. Are you not reading what you buy?
You wouldn't believe it. What is this? What is this? This ain't Gap, bro. This Gap.
I can't escape it. It's a part of me now. No matter where I go, Sydney, Johannesburg, Rio, the Arf brand follows me. It's become a part of me, attached like Ben 10's watch.
Crazy.
I can't get rid of it. I just have to accept it. But I won't accept this to happen to anybody else. So I donated $200 to Save the Children, not sponsored. I actually don't even know what they're saving the children from. I just hope they're saving them from these fake-ass, shitty-ass clothes and giving them Off-White and Jordans instead. I don't think that's happening, but still, I'm gonna leave the link in the description if you want to donate too. I don't know what else to say other than I'll be wearing off-brand clothes for the rest of my life. And in conclusion...
Okay.
What the hell? 21. Yeah? Can you do something?
Jesus Christ, you ain't got to end it with off-brand Drake. Look, man, I ain't gonna lie. The moral of the story is one, hey, high schoolers are assholes. And two, and more importantly, nigga, wear what you think is clean, bro. You'll be surprised at how many people just don't give a fuck outside of getting that laugh off, dog. Wear what the fuck you think is cool. That's all that fucking matters, man. But if you guys have the confidence to let me know what's your fake ass, what fit got you fried the most, let me know in the comment section. Let me know if it was a fake fit or let me know if it was authentic and that shit was just ass. But it's me, boy TSO Sage. Y'all take care. It's the best. We'll see you next time. Bye. I didn't even record that one, so they're downloading the VOD now. Womp womp. Womp womp. 447. We breezing through these fucking videos, chat. It is what it is. We going through these fucking videos, nigga. We going through these fucking videos, nigga. We going through these fucking videos, nigga, because that's what we do. That's what legendary players do. That's what womp womp, sorry editors. Yeah, I ain't got to record fucking all these jumps. At this point, nigga, download VOD. You be all right. Download VOD. You be all right. All right, chat. What's this? So I know, getting hungry. What's this, chat? The greatest escape in history. Oh, you're talking about that time that I achieved a new level in Fun Run? Fuck, it's not Fun Run. It's called the Temple Jump. Temple Run. All right, anyway, greatest escape in history. Let's go.
This is Stalag Luft 3.
Okay.
Constructed over the course of 2 years between 1942 and 1944 in the dense forests of Sagan, 145 kilometers southeast of Berlin, it became one of the largest prisoner of war camps of its kind in Europe.
Type shit.
Designed specifically for the officers of Allied air crews shot down over Axis-occupied territories, this sprawling high-security complex, which comprised 5 separate compounds, would house between 10 to 12,000 prisoners at its peak. But
okay.
what it's really
wait.
famous.
Why was the floor 10? Wait, why was the floor 10 prisoners though? I'd be tight. Yeah, it's just Robert, Dale, William, Jamal, Jamel, you know, one letter. And yeah, like I'd be pissed off I'm watching 10 niggas.
4 is not
what kind of jail is this?
Above ground, but what you're not seeing below it. The secret subterranean tunnel that facilitated the greatest escape in history.
What is this? Impel down? That's what I'm
before
saying,
we
bro.
get into the story behind it, I'd like to thank this video's sponsor.
Oh, no, I won't. No. I'm broke. I ain't got no sponsors.
As far as prison counts were concerned, Stalag Luft 3 was a relatively...
10,000 minimum, not 10, Sage? Shit, you know what? Hey, how about you ask him to make it clear, smart guy? How about you ask him to make that smarter? You know what I'm saying? 10 to 12,000. Nope. Nigga had 10 prisoners in there. I'm looking at it on the screen. Put 10,000. It's 4 extra symbols. Tell him to do it then. Smart guy. Sword God 42. Is it 4 to 2? Huh? Are you Sword God 4 to 2? The fuck? See how you got your name right? Ask this nigga. Ask this nigga. The fuck? Yeah. I won that.
As far as prison counts were concerned, Stalag Luft 3 was a relatively comfortable place to be holed up. Due to their status as officers, prisoners were afforded significant privileges over the average conscript. The northern compound, the site of the escape, boasted a well-stocked library, a swimming pool, a sports field, and a makeshift theatre which occasionally hosted movies and live music. The fact that the camp was operated by the Luftwaffe, the German Air Force, meant that there was also a degree of respect and camaraderie between captors and captives. Of course, such positives did little to dissuade prisoners from wanting to escape. They could never know how long they'd remain captive, how long the war would drag on, or what the outcome would be.
Or how long it take for you to wash your hands, man. Damn.
To sit idly by and accept their imprisonment would be like consigning themselves to a limbo of uncertainty where they had no autonomy and no purpose.
Okay.
So they would make escaping their purpose. Not only did it give them something to...
You got 50 years in the pen. You trying to escape or you just doing your time trying to get off on good behavior type shit? You got 50 years. It is what it is. You got 50 right now. You trying to get off on good behavior. You just chilling. You doing your thug thizzle. You trying to take over the cell or you trying to get the fuck out of there? What you doing, bro?
Occupy themselves and allow them to defy their captors, but it aligned with their sense of duty to the Allied war effort. Any escape attempt that forced the Germans to allocate more manpower and equipment to prevent a prison break or conduct a manhunt drew vital resources away from the Axis front lines and damaged their war machine. There was just one problem.
Talk to me.
The prison was said to be escape-proof.
Nigga, this is impelled down. nigga, this is impelled down. Okay.
Pound was surrounded by a set of fences spaced 1.5 meters apart.
Right.
Their tops bristling with barbed wire. Between them lay even more. Even getting to the fences was difficult. If someone stepped over a nearby warning wire while approaching them, they'd be shot on sight.
Damn!
If by some miracle you were able to climb over or cut through them without disemboweling yourself, you'd have to cross another 30 or so meters of no man's land before you reached the sanctuary of the tree line.
Okay.
This was all the while hoping that the guards stationed in the camp's towers went spontaneously blind and became hard of hearing, because if you were spotted, there was nothing to shield you from the machine gun fire.
Yep.
Okay, so brute forcing
So the
an
goal
escape...
is to catch them when they're swapping shifts and or distract them for that momentary time while also having access to the opposite side of the prison and escaping that way. Okay.
over the fence wouldn't work. Fine, just dig a tunnel. The Germans supposedly had that covered too. Every hut was built a few inches off the ground to make it harder for inmates to hide their digging beneath the buildings. In addition, the compound had been built on a sandy, silt-like soil that was extremely difficult to tunnel through without causing a...
I don't give a fuck about no difficult. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. If I'm escaping, if I'm choosing to escape, I don't give a fuck about how hard it is, nigga. I'm here for I'm here for life, nigga. 1, 2, 3, 4. Them niggas was in motherfucking Disney movies digging that shit. I don't give a fuck about no sand. What's up with it?
Finally, sensitive microphones were placed underground all around the perimeter of the camp to detect the sound of tunneling. So how did they do it? How did the prisoners of Stalag Luft 3 build not just any tunnel, but a tunnel that could bypass all of these security precautions?
It was a worm, bruh. That's all it was.
For this massive undertaking, the prisoners of the North Compound established one of the most sophisticated and organized escape industrial complexes ever conceived.
Let's hear it.
Over the course of more than a year between April of 1943 and March of 1944, a group of around 600 American, British, and other European prisoners would furnish materials for and construct 3 separate tunnels beneath the compound, hoping that if the Germans found 1 or 2, they would not think to look for a third. To avoid detection in the first place, these tunnels would be disguised with inconspicuous pieces of furniture. The main tunnel we'll be focusing on, nicknamed Harry, was hidden under a metal cooking stove that had been placed over a wooden trapdoor.
Okay.
Each tunnel
Harry.
would be built roughly 7.6 meters underground as to avoid microphones picking up the sound of digging. To prevent any tunnel collapses at this depth, they would need to be reinforced with support beams, which of course was a bit of a problem. It was nearly impossible to smuggle materials into the camp,
right?
Especially not on the scale required for tunnel construction. The solution to this was to get the Germans to unwittingly provide prisoners with the very materials needed for their escape.
Shit. Okay, of course they
Items
had
such
dirty
as
cops.
bedboards, chairs, tables, and benches would mysteriously disappear or be reported as defective. The Germans were encouraged by neutral third-party inspectors, such as the Red Cross and the Swiss, to provide a minimum standard of living for inmates. So they would often replace these items when they went missing, providing a steady stream of construction goods.
Right.
Naturally, the heavy rate of turnover for certain items was a point of confusion for the Stalag-Luft administration. The camp's commander, Colonel Friedrich von Lindeiner, noted that, quote, "The material required by the camp amounts to 5 times the amount which would be used for German troops using the same accommodation." Of course, the occupants of Wehrmacht facilities weren't fashioning their bedboards into support columns,
So y'all ain't put 2 and 2 together right then and there?
stealing screws from light fittings to affix table legs to makeshift rails. That's right, rails. To speed up the digging process, the inmates would construct a rail and cart system that stretched along the entirety of the tunnel, shuttling
got that.
tools, materials, and people towards one end and sand back to the other. That was another problem though, the sand. Digging a tunnel required displacing a lot of it, and it couldn't simply be piled up outside of one of the huts, because that would immediately arouse suspicion. To make it worse, the sand below ground was yellow and the sand above was grey. To address this, more than 100 men known as penguins would store sand in bags hidden under their coats and covertly release it in the camp's courtyard, kicking it as they did so to blend it with the grey topsoil.
I ain't gonna lie. Look, I'm not gonna say that. Nah, I can't act. This sound like these niggas got over on some sorry ass niggas, man. There ain't no way you saw motherfuckers walking around with the backpack, and just kicking sand all day, and you ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting nothing from this, man.
In the process,
Shit.
they looked a bit like penguins.
This
To
ain't no
further
impel
ensure
down.
the project wouldn't be discovered,
This ain't no
the
impel
inmates
down.
employed a constantly rotating
These
roster
niggas just ain't been tested before. That's all this was.
of watchmen that would alert the tunnelers
They just
to
ain't been
approaching
tested before.
guards, allowing them to cover up tunnels before any inspection. This was just as well, since the camp employed specialist anti-escape personnel known as ferrets, whose sole purpose was to sniff out any tunnels and spy on the prisoners. They were only ever one misstep away from discovery and utter failure. To punctuate that point, one of the 3 tunnels being worked on by the name of Tom was discovered by ferrets amidst heightened vigilance in September of 1943.
GG's.
Unfortunately, following this discovery, the American prisoners in the northern compound were relocated, as it was deemed that the Brits and the Yanks were getting along far too well with each other.
GG's.
After this incident, a decision was made to focus all efforts onto Tunnel Harry so that it might be ready for an escape attempt when the
Okay, so they passed their first tuning exam.
weather improved in the new year. In the meantime, a detachment of the involved inmates busied themselves with the creation of escape kits containing everything a prisoner would need once outside the compound. This included civilian clothes, compasses, forged identity papers, and maps. The materials required for the creation of these items were often procured by bartering with some of the more sympathetic camp personnel who might be convinced to part ways with some pens, papers, magnets, cloth, and cash in exchange for some chocolate and coffee.
After chocolate? Did you so the downfall of these motherfuckers came down to not getting tested for real in chocolate? Chocolate? But like, come on, man. Are we serious, bro?
Of careful preparation, the tunnel, which had grown to a length of 111 meters,
I have to do it. Chocolate
was deemed
like,
ready.
Are we serious, bro?
The prisoners of Stalag Luft 3's northern compound would carry out their escape on the night of the 24th of March, 1944. Around 200 prisoners were set to make the attempt, but only those determined to have the best chance of remaining undetected would go first.
True.
30 men, fluent in German, would
I'm about to say, I ain't gonna lie yet. We can't have no sorry niggas start this shit off, bro. Hey, the best go first, let the sorry niggas in last.
Given what little money had been accumulated, as well as a head start to try and make it to the nearby Sagan train station before the last train.
You know what's crazy though? You can make out this motherfucker all you want, but like life after that, fuck.
Most of the remaining prisoners would have to travel by foot.
Yeah.
Each individual had separate travel plans, but most hoped to reach Allied territory via neutral countries. The mood in the compound was tense. The movement of each guard was being tracked and relayed to the escape committee, and each man made his preparations for the long road ahead. At roughly 8:45 that evening, a number of prisoners took up positions at various points inside the tunnel. Lying in cramped conditions, they would pull escapees up along the rails. At around 9:30, one of the men began removing the boards, obscuring the entrance to the escape shaft at the end of the tunnel.
Oh shit.
But they were waterlogged and jammed. It took until 10:15 to finally wrench them loose.
Okay.
This was a significant delay. Night fell around 9 p.m. and the sun came up at 5:30 in the morning.
So the gang got a little
They
bit.
had just wasted 45 minutes of darkness just trying to get the exit open.
Tough.
To make matters worse, the escape hatch, which had been planned to come out within the tree line,
Is
was
right
actually
outside that motherfucker. That's what I was thinking this whole time. Oh
a few
man.
meters into no man's land. Despite
I would have definitely taken an extra 3 months to make sure that we are in the tree line without a doubt.
this setback, the inmates resolved to continue with their escape anyway.
Wow, bold.
They'd just have to be more careful to avoid the German sentries that regularly patrolled the perimeter of the compound.
That's too bold, bro. Y'all too horny, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'd have been like, fuck, we gotta keep going. I'd have been like, fuck, we gotta keep going, bro. I can't risk the whole op because we a little horny right now, and we just know we need to go about a good 10 feet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 out of respect for JD, to 10 feet, and we be straight.
With this in mind, they
get behind
placed
that
a
tree
watchman
line.
at the edge of the tree line, hidden in a spying nest set up by the Germans to surveil the camp from a distance.
Oh shit, that's calm.
This person would periodically tug a rope that led into the exit hatch to signal an all clear.
That's comp as fuck. One of them, hey, whoever that is the realest nigga in this goddamn operation. That nigga already free. He like, nah, bro, I gotta do this for my day ones, bro. I'm in this bitch lurking the whole time. Hey, guard gone, boom, but yang. Yeah, okay, that nigga a demon. Okay.
From 10:30 onwards, a steady stream of men made their way through the tunnel, slipping out into the darkness of the night between the gaps in the
we gone.
patrols.
FDO.
Over the course of the next 6 hours, 76 men escaped.
Jesus!
3. But at 4:55 a.m., just over half an hour before dawn's first light, disaster struck. One of the escapees misinterpreted a rope tug to mean that he was clear to emerge from the tunnel. When he did, he came up right in front of one of the patrolling sentries.
It's always a sorry nigga, bro. It's always a sorry ass nigga, bro. It's always these niggas are selling, bro. It's always a sorry nigga, bro. It's always a sorry nigga, bro. In the wreck, it's a sorry nigga. In your rivals games, it's a sorry nigga. In Baldur's, it's a sorry nigga. In checkers, it's a sorry nigga. In chess, it's a sorry nigga. In tag, it's a sorry nigga. In laser tag, it's a sorry nigga, bro. In paintball, it's a sorry nigga, bro. In a literal shoot around, it's a sorry nigga. It's always a sorry motherfucker, bro. How you misread the most important signal of your life, bro? What are we doing?
Who, after an initial shock, collected himself, fired a warning shot, blew his whistle, and detained the man at gunpoint. The escape had been busted.
GG's.
Unfortunately, most of the men that had successfully escaped Stalag Luft 3 that fateful evening would end up being captured.
Fuck!
Some even before they'd left the town of Sagan.
Fuck!
A nationwide search involving 60 to 70,000 Wehrmacht troops and Gestapo personnel was launched, making it almost impossible to travel through Germany undetected. The tunnel's discovery had doomed them.
GG's.
Ultimately, only 3 of the 76 men would evade capture entirely. 2 Norwegians, who managed to sneak their way to neutral Sweden via
them niggas on 90, y'all.
And 1 Dutchman, who linked up with resistance forces in the Netherlands before traveling discreetly to the Spanish border and then Gibraltar.
Yeah, he got the fuck
the
out of there.
The majority of the other escapees were not so lucky.
You see why I'm saying you gotta let the strong go first, bro? Put some fear in them niggas. Be like, hey, nah, them niggas really got loose on y'all. Inspire the other people in the impel down. So when they make their tunnel, we know how to really get low.
Over the course of the next few months, they would virtually vanish off the face of the earth, only to turn up back in the town of Sagan in burial urns as nothing more than ash. Until the end of the war, no one knew for sure what had happened to them.
Oh my God.
A Royal Air Force investigation conducted following Germany's surrender found that 50 of the 73 recaptured prisoners had been shot in roadside summary executions. That is to say, illegally.
Yeah.
Interviews conducted with the Gestapo personnel present for these executions show that the escapees were informed that they were to be returned to Stalag Luft 3. In transit, they would be invited to leave the car to, quote, relieve themselves at the side of the road.
And then they killed him.
Once the handcuffed prisoners began to do so, his captors would shoot him in the back of the head.
Wow.
At which point he would fall into the ditch in front of him. A truly undignified death.
Yeah, that's sweet.
The scenery and the weaponry changed, but the methods rarely
sweet
did.
And not in a good way for the people that don't understand. Like, oh, sweet isn't like they're bitch made. That's some pussy shit. That's sweet.
Most would be executed in this fashion. It helped the Gestapo construct the myth that the prisoners had been killed while trying to escape. But ultimately, this did little to conceal their true actions. A Swiss inspector at Stalag Luft 3 was immediately suspicious of the explanation and reported his findings to the British government.
Yeah.
Many of the Gestapo men responsible for the extrajudicial killings of these POWs would be judged guilty of war crimes and sentenced to harsh prison sentences or death at the Nuremberg trials.
Fuck 'em.
While the flight from Stalag Luft 3 may not have been the largest by numbers prison escape during World War II, it was certainly the most impressive given the obstacles faced, the complexity of the planning, and the resulting fallout. The prisoners of that camp had set out to escape, die trying, or inconvenience the Germans to such a degree that it would affect the war effort. It's safe to say they succeeded. For a month, they occupied tens of thousands of German troops and led them on a wild goose chase, diverting resources that would have been more effectively used in the fight against the Allies.
True.
The Stalag Luft 3 escape did not end well. It ended in a war crime born of the want to dissuade others from following in its footsteps.
Damn.
Escape is no longer a sport, echoed like a shrill tempest through every camp in Europe. Escape at your own peril was the Nazi message. The threat didn't work. It never would have. Almost as soon as the remaining Stalag Luft 3 prisoners were informed of the deaths of their comrades, they began yet another tunnel in a bid to escape.
Okay.
The desire for freedom overrode even the strongest instincts of self-preservation.
Okay. But that bitch flop. Well,
thanks again to Call of War.
Oh, no, thanks to nothing. Damn. That was definitely a journey for sure. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy. It's just so many. It was preventable too. Had they just, I don't know the logistics of digging a fucking tunnel, obviously, but had they just been able to have been like, hey, go back down, push it a little bit further, they could have gotten the fuck out of there, man. But that was definitely a video, a historical video. But some of you guys like shit like this. If you guys like shit like this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, yap, yap, yap. Take care, stay blessed. See you next time. Bye. All right, let's see. What's this, man? Please, something's. Oh God, it doesn't get any better. Yeah. You know what, River? Your privileges are revoked after this. The Patrons know what earlier shorts compilation this was. River then follows it up with this. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with more Dennis. Dennis doesn't even piss me off like Obeezy does. It's just the principle of what we originally did. Then going to Dennis is quite the pivot. But here we go.
Admit that there's certain people that are much better fighters than you.
No, I'm not going to admit
John Dragon Ball?
Yeah, I'm going to admit that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
You pussy for John?
You said not many people.
Okay.
Well, the fact is, there's not many people I would say that about.
Okay, but you will say...
But if I had to fight John...
Yes.
I'm going to kill him.
There you go. I'm about to say, we can't be pussy for that.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like John's a bad boy.
It's been a while since we came across MJ.
Well, speak of the devil.
Oh, God.
Don't do anything
more of this ore farming shit.
Of course I won't. I, for one, know I'm at a disadvantage here right now. The sun's not out for the sun-kissed technique, and even though I don't need the wind, I can barely feel it blow. Where's all this wind coming from?
Oh no, why is Itachi here?
Jinwoo, what technique is that ninja using?
It's the moon kiss technique. It's where you strike a pose in front of the moon.
So similar to the sun kiss technique. Bet MJ doesn't have anything to counter that. The hell does he think he's doing? What's he fainting for?
System says he used something called moonwalk, and he fainted after witnessing it.
Here I thought we could finally one-up him.
He used the wind with no cape?
I kid you not, Vader.
Yeah, we have to kill him. That's pure disrespect to us Cape farmers.
Didn't know you hated MJ the same way I did.
It's just ore farming! It's just ore farming, bro. It's not this serious. It's not this serious, bro. God damn it!
So what's this new technique you wanted to show me?
Yeah, I got it on video. Sorry.
All right, that's crazy. No, that given the established hatred, that's crazy.
Wrong video.
Yeah, nah, that's crazy.
I don't know why it's not changing.
Right, but you ain't start no spirit bomb by yourself with your...
Does this nigga Frieza have a podcast? Oh, Talks with Frieza, shit.
Bare hands?
If I did...
I thought it was like a one-off thing, but he dead-ass has a podcast, okay.
Didn't make Cammy murder my children. I hate that I even spoke about this. If I didn't make Cammy murder my children...
No, say that.
What?
Please, you show them today.
What?
Write them out today.
Go.
What?
Why did he create a clone of himself?
He's training with his clone technique.
Huh?
It's a technique whereby you create a clone to help you aura farm, or the both of you aura farm together.
How do you say this with a straight face?
This is the third time I've almost died today.
Wonderful stuff, Piccolo.
I feel like I could have delayed the dodge a bit more.
Then you'll be dead.
Small price to pay. Sorry
What
about
the
that shot
hell
earlier,
am I?
Gohan.
I'm
Come,
not
let me
gonna
change.
lie. Hey, look. It's been too long at this point. Y'all know I don't hate fucking Dennis, but genuinely, what the fuck am I watching?
Is that outfit?
But you didn't bring any clothes for him.
You haven't heard of my special drip cannon?
Special drip what?
cannon.
You gotta be kidding me.
Thank you. It's awesome.
Must have been the wind.
That shit wasn't me, gang.
Day's breaking already. Guess we should leave. When did he get up there?
Oh my God.
Guess my suspicions were right. He's doing all this with no wind.
You know what's crazy? I'm not gonna lie. That Kai intro is really cool. That Kai intro is we will fight for love and glory. And then it cuts to Gohan. That Kai intro is really cool.
Who's he feeling like?
He's definitely worthy of the fit.
You ain't start no spirit. Right. You ain't start no spirit bound by us.
Okay, just beat on me. Just hammer me in the first. Local lottery winner Krillin is still missing.
A deadly tornado is heading towards Crescent Street.
I don't even have a title for this one, so we just hooping.
With powerful winds.
Only a fool would still decide to go over.
Powerful winds, huh?
You didn't hear the deadly tornado?
No.
I can't miss this chance to Aura Farm with my cape.
Yo, 3 straight, bro. It's just, yo, Piccolo. Do you ever sit down? Do you ever eat, my nigga? Do you ever drink water? Do you ever like what's going on, bro? It's 24/7, 365. You just trying to Aura Farm with this fucking cape, my nigga. What's going on?
I better tell other cape farmers about this.
Not everyone is as crazy as you, Piccolo.
You're calling about Crescent Street, right?
Oh,
the wind is calling us.
You guys only watch the weather news?
I spend my days monitoring weather reports across all states.
Can't let any wind pass me by.
We must set out now.
We must.
The wind waits for no one.
Oh my God.
Krillin, where the hell are you? That voice.
What?
Relax, Krillin, it's me!
Gohan?
So, Brawly finds you whenever you try escaping?
There's no escaping him. That's why we have to hide before he comes. You think I didn't come prepared? Huh?
That's
Fuck
a shrink
no.
ray.
How many? Fuck no. First of all, he gonna do you like Vegito. I feel like I've seen this one, but he gonna do you like Vegito.
You get a hold of that.
Our shrink ray? Sure, you can have it. But for the Lord of Kami, please tell your dad to drop music.
We're getting our revenge with this one.
How sure are you that it works?
I'm
Oh
not
my
exactly
God.
sure.
What?
What did you two just do to me? Quit
Look how tiny he is.
What you say
You didn't shrink his power level though.
we do to him?
I say we stick hummus up his ass.
You think this changes anything?
Can't hear you from up here.
How the f*** is he still strong?
You never shrink his power level. You just made him shorter.
Where did the other guy go?
Authorities are stunned after a man was spotted standing in the middle of the tornado on Crescent Street. Witnesses say he appeared completely unfazed.
Krillin, you're alive!
Okay, just...
But yeah, like, you get done railing a dude, you can just take him.
GTA Bob is hardly free these days. Guess I'll have to wait for him.
W merch, I've seen that.
Paint her nails or something.
No. Do not get in that chair. You sleep, bro. You texting. You on the phone. You got an important message. You got to run to the bathroom. Don't get in that chair. Vegeta. I'm not playing. Don't get in that chair.
You know what I mean? Like, make friendship bracelets, or like, I don't know, just anything. A dude, all a dude wants is a Mountain Dew.
Like you don't.
I can see why.
I'm about to say, don't get in that chair. 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 Do not get in that chair.
Grady's wrapping up. Now's my chance.
Hold on, I said we, as in,
Where do you think you're going?
Oh, shit.
I'm going to use the toilet.
There's no toilet here. Don't even think about sitting on that chair.
GG's.
You can use the other Bob over
GG's.
Argle's dead body.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm just sitting in the. I'm just waiting, nigga.
Fuck that barber!
I'm not trying. No, bro. I don't think you can cut, fool. Straight up. I don't think you can cut. I'm gonna go get some food. I'm gonna wait for my guy. Simple as that. You got many options out of this. You do not have to sit in that other chair. I'm gonna just go get some food real quick.
How about you use him? Getting a hair transplant after wouldn't be new to you.
What the fuck did you just say?
So I want just a little off the top, and you can reduce the sides.
And they both lost their seat. Wait, y'all niggas ain't set an appointment?
Also make sure you spend at least 2 hours on it.
So none of you niggas made an appointment.
Why did you decide we should go camping all of a sudden? Wait, don't tell me you still feel bad about switching up on me.
I thought this would help.
Krillin, you're my homie. I'll put my life on the line for you.
Really?
On Kami.
Okay, on
Looks like someone already set up camp here. Well, I don't care, whoever it is, because this is our spot now, right?
What are these Broly segments? Yo, these Broly segments are fucking brain rot. Well, really, all of this is. But all right, so why do they keep running into this nigga?
Juan, this is whose spot now?
Breaking news. Lottery winner Krillin has been missing for days after last being seen near the forest. His friend Gohan, the last person reportedly with him, joins us now with his family.
Krillin. Goku. Krillin. We were together in the forest and all of a sudden he just vanished. Then I called my dad and then he told me I'm on my way.
Why your dad? Is he your superhero?
Yes.
Oh no. Damn it, Goku.
How many times have I told you to
God damn it, Goku.
Chi-Chi sure is scary. Where were we, Krillin?
Oh my God!
It's all good over here. Dude, you're bleeding.
So why are we heading to this so-called Hidden Leaf Village?
Heard they're a bunch of Aura farmers.
No, we don't need Naruto in this bitch, bro. No, we don't, bro. We don't need to go to the goddamn
There, so we might learn some new techniques.
You know the way?
No, but we can just ask random people where he stays.
Oh,
it's his village.
Is this guy that pop?
The guy in that picture.
That's Kakashi, the copy ninja of the Leaf Army.
Okay, where did this dude come from?
Jinwoo, have your system scan the technique he
Here
just
we
used.
go.
I'm on that. This fool had no business doing all that just to ask a simple question. And he's making sure we see the fit as well. A good
Barely has one
technique.
on.
Do you know the way to his village?
No idea, but y'all see the fit?
Well, I guess we're back to square one. What did you say this guy's name was again?
Kakashi.
Yo,
That's the
okay,
copy
so
ninja.
everybody's just gonna pull up and do some dumb shit. Oh my God.
Kakashi of the Sharingan.
Oh, brother.
What's your system saying, Jinwoo?
Says it's an aura farming technique used by ninjas when performing stealth. It can also be used as a pull-up technique.
We're eating good today, Jinwoo. These ninjas are something else.
Is there still any need to go to this village?
You guys are going to the Hidden Leaf?
Wait, you know there?
Yeah, sure. Just go over there.
Oh. Oh, well, there was a hidden leaf there. I didn't know that was the time that you chose to go back there. Yeah, that shit's dead. But in other news, for your aura farming's sake, just stay around. You're going to see something really cool.
This can't be the place, right?
It must have been destroyed by that dude up there. This would have been the perfect time for one of the villagers to use the pull-up technique.
Ironic.
I know, right? When your friends are dying.
Seems there's no aura farmer like that.
Here we go.
Looks like I spoke too soon.
Is that a JBL?
JBL speaker on Naruto's back?
Just look at the size of that fucker.
How many times?
Why did... These videos gonna be the end of me, bruh.
Yeah. Show your buttocks.
Okay, the Bolt haircut, that was an era that I'm thankfully never was a part of.
Would you show your buttocks for 250K?
What?
You know, showing a little buttocks, man. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing.
Yo, Nightcap is Nightcap be tripping.
Make sure it's straight with those grid lines.
Is it ever that serious, Uncle
Nightcap be
Vegeta?
tripping, bruh.
Why are you backing up? Why did they all gather?
Yeah, nah, if you see more than one barber at your chair, bruh, just call it. Yeah, bro, I'm sorry. You're fucked.
Enough! Can someone pass me a damn mirror?
Woo! We ain't got that for you, nephew. Hey, we ain't got that for you, bud. That'd be $30.
Hey, Gohan, record this shit.
I'm going live.
No! What the? Where am I? Why do I look?
Hey, Goku! Get this damn shit off me, man! I need you to fix my now, man! I can't take this anymore!
What the hell?
Tell you, kid. I mean, damn, your should have been grown back a long time ago.
Oh, I didn't read the title. It's a collab. I'm about to say, what can Dennis draw?
You did this to me! What the hell do I do now?
Ain't none I can do for you, young bull.
You gotta go bald, bro.
We'll be twinning.
Now, where the fuck did Aang come from?
Now that's just fucked up, honestly. Why would y'all go and mess up the kid's cut and tell him to go bald afterwards? Like, who would even allow such a horrible thing to happen to them? Can never be me. I tell you that. Why is everyone looking at me distraught?
Yep.
Who the fuck did Joe hit?
My cuts are always fresh. The hell are you talking about? Wait a minute.
Professor Huber, head ass.
What the fuck?
Tommy Pickles, head ass.
No, it's crazy. It's one thing when like kids going on you and you're just like, oh, they're calling you poopy butt and shit. But when the kid joke is actually funny, low key, that's like the worst one, bro. That's like dead the worst
Aaron
one.
Yeager donated $10 and said, I bet his cradle caps change color when he goes Super Saiyan.
You gotta kill that dude. Yeah, you gotta kill him. See, he gotta die. See, Aaron has to die because now he think he's funny. Aaron gotta die. Yeah, no. Aaron Yeager gotta die. You gotta get some shit off about Mikasa on the way out too. Fuck that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, oh yeah, attack on Saiyan, nigga.
Where the hell did Nagita go?
What the fun? Man, mom, you got me fucked up, bitch. That's your son.
Got no mercy around here. That's how we do, man.
Put son in.
What's up then?
Put son.
So these niggas really gonna scrap?
Doing anything but recording a song, I guess.
Damn, you his biggest fan.
Nigga, you can't hear me.
Hey, what's up then, man? We gonna see what's up.
Man, you better listen to John, because you know I got a back door.
Smack the shit out of that nigga first.
Nigga, who the fuck is
What's good,
Thank
everybody,
you.
and welcome
I'm about
back
to
to
say,
the
yeah,
Farm
get
Farming
that
Tournament.
nigga. Oh, Lord, no. Fuck. Oh, God, we're back at this goddamn tournament. All right, here we go.
How we feel?
Feeling ecstatic today, Steven. Today's match has been highly anticipated.
Oh, you got
Wait,
that
I
right.
think I've
I'm
seen
a bit
this.
hungry, though.
What you want to eat?
I want real meat.
Have I seen this? I think I've seen the Escanor match. I think I've seen this, chat. I'm pretty positive I've seen this.
Am I good to go, Steven?
Yes, Jeff,
But I don't remember
yours.
that alteration at the beginning. Maybe I did. No.
Jeff!
Yes, Steven, on this side, we have Escanor, who looks quite
It seems
happy to be
familiar.
here.
Can someone get me out of here?
Yeah, we all know what he's capable of. There's still no sign of Piccolo, so we can assume he's using the pull-up technique.
Thank you, Jeff. It's great. You made it here
Maybe
today.
I've seen
So I
maybe
took
I've
out
seen
2
Escanor,
loans
but not
to
in this match.
get here today, and I don't even have money for a hotel. So if you
Give him a big hey, guys. How much, dude?
Yeah, I'm about to say, nobody asked for that, bro.
Did it just get dark all of a sudden?
Is this Mr. Piccolo's doing?
That fucker actually mastered it.
Yo, Steven, look at the moon.
Is that Piccolo? He summoned the moon? That's my bar. He copied my whole fucking flow. He copied my whole fucking flow.
Since when could he do that?
It's called the Moon-Kissed technique. We both came across it, but I never knew he could summon it. He must not want him to have any
Wait,
sunlight.
Steven, no sun means Escanor can't Orifar.
Who decided that? You fucked up.
Who decided that?
Yeah, I'm about to say, come on, man.
Let's offer to lick my feet for a sensu bean.
What the fuck? I didn't even scroll. What the what the hell was that?
What the fun? Summon the
You to think I can't store sunshine.
No sun means Escanor can't Orifar.
Who decided that? Huh? Your darkness swallowed up my sun?
Yep.
Who decided that?
Yeah, I don't know.
How
I don't know
foolish
why.
of you to think
I don't know
I
why you
can't
thought
store
that was a thing.
sunshine.
Are you kidding
Oh
me?
man, GG's.
Shit.
Fuck you mean, oh shit?
That sun is way too damn close. Anyone would faint or burn from the
I
aura.
wonder how Mr. Piccolo's still holding up.
Just a regular sun kiss.
That is by no means regular.
I must commend you for still standing.
Nah.
I'm running out of stored energy.
This nigga made a sun in the moonlight. He just wins.
I have to throw everything now.
Oh, shit. Is it getting bigger? Wait, why is it red?
Piccolo, you gotta move! Looks like Escanor has reached his limit.
But what about Piccolo?
He's still standing?
Oh
Just
shit.
how far is he willing to aura fall?
What a monster. It's a good thing I learned the moon kiss technique.
Can someone get this man some clothes?
Got me scared for a second.
You don't even scream like that in your actual anime.
Where's your friend, by the way?
Krillin? Probably somewhere having fun.
Running from Broly. Yep. I'm about to say, we know what he's doing, right? I learned, I may be slow, I'm not stupid. We know what Krillin's doing. God damn it. How does he keep finding this nigga? How the hell do they keep finding each other?
A Saiyan once offered to lick my feet for a sensu bean.
My God! It sounds good.
You know, I love my Saiyans.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't want to be anything.
Oh, no, I know this.
But of Saiyan. If Kami asked me in the next life what race I want to come back as, I'm thinking Saiyan.
I know
every day of
this.
the week and twice on Sundays. But I feel like some of us should be slaves again.
Jeff, why do you always delay to Wait, is that Derpy Cards logo on your shirt?
Yes,
No,
it
it
is.
ain't.
The Derpy Cards that sell trading card games? And
I got a Dragon Ball Super
say about
Parker.
12 cards. You got no.
Go ahead. The fuck?
See, that's the thing with people like you, man. Y'all get to a certain age and you still like them young. You like treasure. You like the same age beer as Yamcha likes.
Wait, what?
When you get to a certain age.
I'm getting old, but my eyesight's still young.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
I wish.
You wish.
And say much.
Welcome.
Frieza, that is a horrible shot.
Really ain't something shit. 22 with no kids. Mama ain't on no bitch. Really rain on no bitch.
I'm about to say, Phineas, you finally got your music.
We have been making music again, Phineas.
Oh, God! Oh, my God. This nigga's a D1 sucker, man. This nigga's a dick sucker, bro. Yo, chat, what artist has you moving like Phineas, bro? You just begging for more music. When you get it, it's peak no matter what this shit is, bro.
This shit means something to me, man.
Really, Roshi?
YB, knew that was
put your
coming.
homies over a hoe?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Master Roshi will put a lot of things over a hoe. Money over a hoe, always. Martial arts over a hoe, absolutely.
Okay.
But homies, oh no. Master Roshi don't do shit for the homies. Let me reiterate, don't do shit.
Even getting buckets with the homies?
Oh, he took that person.
Come on, Roshi, you ain't
he
got
took
it like
that person.
Come on, stop playing.
Man, who ain't got it like that?
Man,
I seen somebody else, so there's got to be another collab. I don't see the thing over here. My shit's glitched, but yeah, there's got to be another collab because I think I seen this on Instagram or like this art style on Instagram. So.
Yeah, you ain't got it like that.
Yo, you must be talking about the movie, because I got it like that. You'd wish you was into Mafuba like your daddy, boy. Don't play with me.
On my other half, you won't. You ain't going nowhere.
I got something. I got something for it right here.
Okay.
Oh, my head. Oh, foul. That's a foul.
You ain't got no
He's
game,
calling
nigga.
Ghost Files. He's going senile, man. Get your old ass off the
get
court
off the
if you
court.
ain't go ball.
Well, I guess I really am too old to play with these young Namecs.
Hey, Master Roshi. Hey.
He about to go UI.
Sure you get a win for us, Master Roshi.
Hey, man, didn't I tell you get your old ass off the
He about to
court?
go UI. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is a travel, by the way, my ball.
Better get up, Namekian.
I'm on that.
Green fuck Namek.
Green Giants.
How did that go in the net?
Who's closer to the GOAT? Is it Mahomes to Brady or Piccolo to Michael Jackson?
Mahomes to Brady, because every time Piccolo comes near Michael Jackson, he not only loses, but badly. Mahomes to Brady, there was points in times where everyone felt like Mahomes could have won or should have won. Piccolo's been getting cooked by Michael Jackson, so I'm going Mahomes to Brady.
What? Of course it's Mahomes to Brady.
Yeah, I'm with Steven.
I'm ready to go.
Oh, please.
What you talking about? He's even closer. Piccolo to go.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Flip that around.
Go ahead.
Is Patrick Mahomes closer to Tom Brady, or is Michael Jackson closer to GOAT Jackson?
Oh, my.
That is a blasphemy. That is a blasphemy.
So this fake dap-up technique is what you'll use against MJ to make him lose aura?
Precisely, but it requires two
This
people.
is all they talk about. Why did Gohan have to go for Frieza's podcast today?
Why is
Aura farmer
why? No,
close
really,
by.
why?
Just keep watch.
Kid must be late for school or something.
What? Oh, it's that dumbass kid from the fucking opening I saw, and I was making fun of him too.
That kid's an aura farmer.
You talking about the kid playing Twister with the other man?
I remember that little motherfucker.
Where did that dude come from?
Pat Ron, we gonna finish JoJo soon. I promise y'all, bro. I keep saying that shit, but like, it's gonna happen. I just gotta find a fucking time. As you see how many fucking videos I had to record today, type shit, things of those natures.
Krillin, you think this shit's a joke?
Guy's uncummy. That kid posed out of nowhere.
Anyways, Jinwoo, we can just test it out on Nagita over there.
He's with his wife, are you sure?
Fake dap up. Why y'all doing him like that? Yeah, what the hell?
Go behind his back. All right, then.
This won't end well.
How you been, bro?
Oh, hey, Piccolo.
No, I ain't talked to you in a minute, bro. That's crazy, bro. Bring it in, bro. Bring it in.
Why y'all doing that to him? Oh!
Gohan, you only hang out with Krillin. What about kids your age?
I ain't gonna lie, though. Y'all did deserve that, though. Because why y'all do my dog like that? That was disrespectful as shit. Especially in front of, you know what I'm saying?
I go around sometimes and I hang out with other people that are my age and they're just kind of scared. Oh, the work buds off the oven. It's like, dude, like, oh my God. Like, can we talk about, like, the political and economic state of the world?
Go on, get out my ear, dog. Yeah. Yeah, go on, get the fuck out my ear, dog. Ladies and gentlemen, if you saw any of these things, I didn't laugh hard enough, I didn't smile hard enough. I mean, we've been doing Dennis videos for a long time. I'm pretty sure the fan base understands that. I'm cool with Dennis. Shout out Dennis. If you guys want more Dennis, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe. My brain can't tolerate too much of that shit, though. It's brain rot, but it's what y'all love. It's what y'all are going for. And it's what he's going for. But until next time, take care, stay blessed. I'm going to go read a book. We'll catch you all next time. Bye! And yes, Dragon Ball fans can read, but not like 98% of us. Bye! Holy shit. Incoming black. Bro, I can't do no more. I ain't add no more niggas to the list, bro. Y'all good. I ain't add no more. If y'all see y'all mention other niggas, if y'all adding another brain rot nigga, bro, I'm good, bro. I got enough. I got enough, man. I got enough brain rot in the goddamn thing. I'm more than good. I'm more than good. Watch Neymar, bro. Y'all don't tell me what the fuck to do. Shut up. Anyway, what time is it? 5:40. Yeah, chat. This is where I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Gotta hit this shower. Gotta hit this shower. So this, yeah, bro. And this is not how it always is, like when the video ends. But niggas be, all right, now watch this. Boy, what the f are you? You know what I'm saying? Now watch this, and then after that, you're gonna watch this. Boy, but nigga, fuck you. Nigga, fuck you. I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna hit that end stream button. How about that, nigga? How about that, nigga? The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Well, that's what I'm gonna be on, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Chat, we're gonna play some games though. I wanna bring Harmeez Hardin on this jump. A nigga said $2 to tell me this. Hey, look, I don't give a fuck. Appreciate the $2, but I don't give a fuck. Got too many niggas on the goddamn list. I can't just brain rot, react, animate, short react all day, every day, nigga. The fuck? Yeah, first time you request, that'll be the last time, nigga. What the fuck? Yeah. Maybe get some Harmeez Hardin in the Pat Ron tonight. What days does Bleach drop? Saturday? We might do some of that. We gonna do some probably catch up on some One Piece, some Clover. Hell, yeah, we really gotta get to some Clover, chat. We ain't done Clover in a minute. Might do that Hell's Kitchen Nightmares episode that I wanted to do with y'all earlier, but I couldn't do it because, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, drop tomorrow. All right, yeah. So Bleach on Saturday type shit. My fault. I'm fucking with y'all. Hey, I'm fucking with y'all, obviously. If y'all new to the stream, bro, I'm very, very trolly. Very trolly. So yeah, we'll get some Black Clover and some Bleach in tonight. JoJo fans, hold tight unless I binge all that shit. Because I got to get a new Bleach episode. The Bleach y'all should be going crazy. But yeah, actually that's what we'll do. Whenever I get home tonight or tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm definitely going live, we'll get some Bleach done, some Black Clover done, and get this Kitchen Nightmares in. Lock. Let's do that. And then JoJo's part 2 if I got the stamina. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed. I'm going to see y'all boys a little later. I'm going to go spend time with the fam, man. Because, hey, that family matters. And be the one who closest, that be going through the most shit. Yeah, y'all don't even know where that song from. Even though I sung it out of K-Dons. All right, y'all. I'm yapping. Bye!